We went out on Saturday.
Yeah, we hung out outside of the podcast.
You're
Kind
welcome,
of
by
a
the
rare
way.
occasion.
I
Yeah.
know it's such a big thing for you.
Big thing for me, big thing for you, man. You coming out and hanging out.
Yeah.
What are we on about?
Okay, that's a bit too real. So we went and saw Project Hail Mary on the weekend.
Oh yeah, we did.
A lot of us caught public transport, and there's a brand new IMAX in Melbourne Central, which is so exciting. But not all of us got the memo.
Yeah.
So where did you go?
Well, I went to IMAX actually.
Yeah.
Still. So the thing is, in Melbourne, we have, the actual IMAX cinema, which is in Carlton, next to the museum. So when the conversation was happening about planning and everything, I had looked on and off at work, saw that it was an IMAX.
Over the week that
I was like, this. I just put it in my calendar, IMAX Hail Mary. I had completely forgotten that Central Hoyts was doing the renovations for an IMAX cinema.
Yeah. I
had no idea it was done, right? So here I am, I finish work, I walk on up, and it's a lovely day. The sun's shining, there's heaps of nice grass plateaus to sit on and just sunbake. And so I nearly just fell asleep then and there. I'm like, I should probably message the group chat to say, hey, if I fall asleep, wake me up so I don't miss the movie. It's a good thing I did, because what was the response I got?
So you sent hey guys, sleeping in Carlton. And I'm like, I was sleeping at IMAX, and I'm like, there's no grass outside IMAX. I don't know what he's talking about. He's not sleeping on State Library.
There's way too many people out in front of State Library.
And I'm like, and I'm on the train. I'm like, I think we're at the other IMAX, and I put my phone away, right? It's not my fucking job to do everything, right? I'm always having to nanny people and everything, and Naomi's like, oh, what? Are we at this one? I'm at Melbourne Central. I'm like, Jack has sent in 4 times where we are, where we're going, what we're doing. The options has been Extreme Screen or the IMAX at Hoyts. He sent a photo of his phone booking the tickets, which was Hoyts. It was red and black. It was all Hoyts. At no point during...
Now, from my memory, it was just the seats. And nowhere in that screenshot does it say Hoyts. I believe it is cropped to be the seats. And if it is just the seats, then I'm colorblind.
No, that's not the type of colorblind you are. You're not getting out of this. Like, oh, I'm colorblind. No, that's not it.
Wow. All right. He knows my colorblind. That's crazy.
You're not going to play the ableism card, because when I said that the clicking was annoying, and I said, hey, with my ADHD, that's really hard. You went, for the good of the podcast, you have to accept it because it riles you up, and you was.
It's funny you bring that up. I have a gift. Right, Dan.
Better not be.
Pulls out the clickable pen.
Wait a minute. I just want to prove a point. Which is so unlike me, but I just have.
But regardless, I had gone to the wrong cinema, and I ended up having to trek, and I ended up just making it on time, thankfully. And wow, yeah, the movie was great, which we'll go into in a minute once Charles proves this point. But
I just want to find this photo because I just know that because here it is. Is that where's Jack buying the ticket?
See, the best thing about this is Charles will never find this image because
Jack
he's looking for something that doesn't exist.
No, Jack bought the ticket. So this is Tuesday.
He'd bought the tickets, but
here it is. This is the seats for the red. But
does it say Hoyts anywhere on these screenshots?
That's not my claim. That wasn't my claim.
There's no clear indication other than it's color thematic. I mean, not color thematic, color theme that it would imply that it's
because you've
Hoyts.
never ever bought tickets for people, and it's always been me and Jack doing it.
Okay, now, that's just a blatant lie. I haven't bought your tickets before, but on many occasions for cinema events,
there we go, Hoyts
tickets.
That's the Hoyts
for the extreme screen
for IMAX. IMAX. That's what we bought for.
I see. Right. Well, I still don't.
IMAX logo, Hoyts logo, IMAX Extreme Screen. He asked here, right? And IMAX, only does two screenings a day.
Yeah, well, now I do because I didn't know the renovations were done.
The normal one in Carlton. They only do
Carlton.
Yeah.
Well, there was one at 6 p.m. at Carlton.
Oh, cool. But
So my confusion was even worse because CJ had put in a message earlier that day, mind you, where he's gone, is it the 6 p.m. session? And it was it's the 6 p.m. session. I'm like, oh, okay. So I go to the IMAX website and I see 6 p.m. Project Hail Mary, Carlton IMAX. I'm like,
so you've done more due diligence to see it confirm that it's Carlton than just check Jack's message to make sure. Because
there's so many messages in that group chat that scrolling up would have taken
If only
Quite
you
a
lived
while.
with the guy, you could have a.
I hadn't seen him in a few days, mind you. I hadn't been home. Okay, we work different shifts.
Okay,
Sometimes
okay.
I'll go without seeing him. It happens. All right.
But I just wanted to just take the moment. Oh, there's so much to say, actually, because that was such a funny night. No, I've actually got way more to say.
I nearly avoided it. Should we talk about Project Hail Mary?
No, you can't get out of this, right? We're coming straight back.
I don't know what you're on about.
There's so much more. I wasn't going to talk about any of that. You brought that up because you were embarrassed about it, and you were like, "Oh, you're not bringing up the cold open to do that." I'm like, "No, I wasn't. Actually, it was going to be." But I have to say the other bit first. So we're in there on time. Leon is on time. Naomi is on time.
Yeah,
Jack
early.
is on
I'm
time.
chilling.
We're all there. We all got food. We are fine, right?
Yeah.
And so Jack got tickets. We follow Jack in. We sit down.
Sorry.
See?
Okay. Yes.
See?
Yeah. No,
I knew
this
you
is
would.
much better. This
Yeah,
is
much better because you're not the fucking time. So we sit down because we showed up on time. That is the most important part, right? We're there maybe
pretty regular thing to do.
yeah,
mind you.
it's a 6 p.m. showing. We're seated at 5:58, 5:57, and like the ads start playing and everything.
And you're like an hour journey out.
Yeah, I'm so far out, and I've made it on time. And granted, you've had a busy day, so like you get in there on time. You've made sure you were there early. You got your son in.
Went to the wrong place and everything, and
you
still was there.
There
Yeah.
on time, right? Me and you were first, right? And Jack was there, like, all perfect. Regardless, there's a name here that I haven't said, which is CJ was not on time, right? And he's done this before. He's been, which is fine, okay. But I personally, I just roasted you about not looking at the messages. Me, I trusted Jack with the tickets, right? Trusted Jack with the seats. I didn't look. I was just a hype man. So
We've kind of sat in our row of seats.
we sat in our row of seats. We've got
CJ
4.
hasn't arrived,
And Jack has said we are from the end aisle, like the end of the aisle, 5 in, right? So the 5 of us, cool.
So he sat at the furthest point, so we have sat.
Yeah, we've all walked in. And what you would typically do in a situation like this, if you're walking in, like, so we're row J. We're on this side. If you're you're on the right-hand side, right? The entrance is far left. So if your audio, I'm sorry, but I'm doing some really clear diagrams here.
It's just flipping me off, actually. That's all that's happening right now.
So Nao sits one out, and so there's one seat next to her to the right, and then we've got these 4. And then on the other end of the aisle was like 4 people. So that was packed, right? So the right thing to do would go all the way around from the left entrance to go to the right.
Makes sense. Except
CJ doesn't.
not only that, some guy has put his jacket on this far seat. So I have Nao asking me, I'm like, someone's taking CJ's seat. So I'm like, ooh.
So
we'll have to wait.
That's awkward, right?
Yeah.
And then that starts piling up, and then CJ rocks up at like 6:10, 6:15, right? And he walks
Like one of the last trailers before the
Yeah.
movie's about to start.
and
he's
he walks in
arrived.
and then sits next to Jack. And we're like, Jack's immediately, that's not your
That's
seat,
not
bro.
your
That's
seat,
not your seat.
man.
So I join in. I'm like, bro, that's not your fucking
Yeah, well, we're going to
seat,
trust
right?
the guy that bought the ticket.
Yeah, and
So
I see a time to gaslight and just get angry at CJ. So I'm just joining in.
it's
And
just easy rage bait.
and I've
Because
been-
he's already late, so he's not in a great mood.
I've been
so-
targeting you, and you're like, can you pick someone else? So I'm like, cool, I'm
Yeah,
picking
all
CJ.
night. Actually, from the moment I saw you that night, I had heard no remarks my way other than
No,
rage bait.
I gave you a good hug and said, how was your day? And the remorsement was just us two. When other people came, I was then rage bait because it was about Pokemon, right? It was about Pokemon. I don't give a fucking shit, right? It was just some camaraderie. You had 3 Pokemon people there. You've got...
Yeah.
Anyway, right? I did nothing wrong. And so he sits down and he's flustered. He's like, oh, fuck, I'm not. I'm not. And the guy hadn't sat down yet.
No,
But
the
then
guy who put his belongings in this chair
Yeah.
to the far right of us hadn't come back to take his seat.
In-
We didn't realize it was
Yeah,
his
yeah,
seat, by
yeah.
the way.
So he sits down and we're like, oh, that's awkward. And CJ goes, well, I'm not going to move until I'm told to move. And then it starts filling up next to him. The movie's so close to starting. And then a girl comes over and goes, sorry, you're in my seat. And I had said to CJ, because CJ was the type of person, oh, or you move down. I'm like, no, you deliberately
Yeah, you
went this
come in
wrong
the wrong
way.
way. You're also late. We've all put our stuff down. I've reclined in my chair. I am comfortable.
You sit at the end. He goes, oh, okay. And I said, CJ, if you get told to move, we're not moving. You are going in that seat. And the girl's telling him to move. He sits there like this and he just goes, oh, sorry. Well, the guy at the end's in my seat. Okay. Me and Jack
Oh my goodness. The looks on you and Jack's face were to die. You
Yeah.
were so uncomfortable. You couldn't even look
Yeah.
at the situation. You had to turn away, like
Yeah.
shy away into your
So
chair.
bad, right?
I'm eating my popcorn with
Yeah.
a giant grin on my face, like, this is great.
So
I'm sat far enough away that, like, it's not affecting me. I'm not in the radius. Like, I'm not in the bubble of the awkward. I just get to watch from afar, like, oh my God.
and the
this
fact
is
that it gets
hilarious.
worse. So CJ gets up, walks past us. We pretend like, oh, sir, sit down. And he walks to the end, goes to this random guy, and he's like 30s,
Mhm,
and he
mhm.
just goes like, "Hey man, this is my
This
this is my seat." And he's like, "No, did you hear the conversation properly?"
he was like, no, this is my seat. Have you checked your ticket? And CJ goes, well, no. And they both get their tickets up, and the guy shows CJ, this is my seat. And CJ looks to Jack and goes, and I'm doing a worried look on my face right now for
We're
those
so
listening.
close.
And Jack's holding in laughter somehow. I think that's the moment Jack has realized I'm in the wrong. Not CJ. So for the last 10, 15, no, that's an exaggeration. For the last 5 minutes or so,
Yeah.
we've been giving flack CJ's way for being in the wrong seat. When the root of the problem was in disguise the whole time.
It was the two girls that rocked up and like hovered over him and went, "You're in our seat."
Turned out,
Yeah.
it was actually CJ's seat.
So he walks back and he goes,
No, actually.
No. So he goes, "I fucking knew it." Yeah, or something really loudly. I wish I had that exact quote because the girl, like, I need the full picture. The
Yeah.
girls are there, and he goes, "That is my fucking seat." That's what he says. That is my fucking seat. And we
Looking
walked
at
up and
us,
he goes,
looking at
"No,
Jack.
this is actually my seat, Jack." And then, like, it's this awkward thing.
Oh, it's so fun to
And then-
watch play out. Like I knew I'd be entertained from the movie. I didn't know I'd be entertained before the movie even began.
Yeah.
So
Holy shit. He just turns and goes, "I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you." And I go, "If it's worth anything, I never saw the ticket." I was just hype manning Jack. So that's not my fault.
It is rare that Jack is wrong on those sorts of things.
Yeah.
So
And then I made it worse. I'm like, he sent you the ticket. Did you not even see the seat that you were looking at? This is kind of on you. And CJ was just like, "I need you to shut the fuck up."
he was so red as well.
He was so mad.
His face
And-
goes red so easily.
And I think maybe a minute later the movie starts.
yeah.
And I'm like,
And
this
probably
is great.
TJ's probably the most excited out of the rest of us to watch this movie. He had read the book
Yeah.
like leading up to the movie to like get a better understanding and such. So like he's really locked in.
yeah.
And to start the movie like that is just
And the thing that you were complaining about getting rage baited and just like lit up, and then he
oh
had-
yeah, my mood changed immediately. It was great. Free
Yeah.
popcorn, just watching it all play out, and then to get the privilege to watch what we're now probably going to talk about, which is Project Hail Mary.
yeah, we'll move that up. Project Hail Mary fucking rocked.
I mean, my goodness.
All right. I think we'll get, in case we want to do this in a video. So we saw Project Hail Mary, and we're
Mhm.
going to give it our scores in 3, 2, 1. 4.5
4.5.
out of 5.
I lied. I gave it 4. I just wanted to sink like a 20
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
second. I can't lie.
Yeah.
You want to start? Or do you
Sure.
want me to
I
start,
genuinely
or-
thought it was fucking just so damn good just to go to the theater and go like, I'm enjoying this so damn much.
Mm.
And Ryan Gosling was...
Stella, as usual. Another personality to add to my list.
Yep, Space
You know?
Me.
Space Me. It's great.
The score by Daniel Pemberton was just...
Oh, phenomenal. And, you know, the GOAT, my boy Greg. Can he do any wrong? Is
he can do wrong. He signed a contract to do 4 Beatles movies instead of the Batman and Dune. Which, granted...
Look, that's more of an issue that we have.
Yeah.
He's still going to make the Beatles look the best they've ever looked. So,
I know.
mean...
I know.
And we will watch it because it's... You're not going to watch it?
It's 4 movies in 4 weeks. I'm not doing that. I don't even like the Beatles that much, bro.
Bro's like, who's we?
Not even doing that for the pod, bro.
Okay.
Like, what the
All right,
fuck?
fair enough. Fair
Maybe.
enough,
I don't know.
fair
We'll
enough.
talk about it. It's like next year or
Yeah,
something.
It's a while. But yeah,
Look, I like.
what a crew
are we-
and cast.
We'll
to be
probably do.
working on.
This is a spoiler section. I think this movie's out. Like,
Yeah, sorry. I don't think I want to restrain from not talking about spoilers. I mean, I went in blind as well, so
yeah, like even knowing space movie, like, cool. That's what you need to know. Go
yeah,
see it.
if you skip ahead on the video if you don't want spoilers, but
Yeah.
for those who've had the privilege to watch this movie,
Yeah, I thought the actual cast of characters, like, I don't know actual names, but the lady who's the head of the whole thing, I thought
Mhm,
she was really just raw and real, and Granted, I wasn't really surprised by the twist of him being kind of like
Forced to go
forcibly.
Yeah, I had thought, like, when I was thinking about reasons he might have gone, that was one of the main ones. And as the movie goes on, you get more indication that that's the case until they openly just show you that, yeah, he never chose to go up into space to do this mission to save the world. They made him do it. You know? And it's a nice twist, even though it is a little bit.
I don't think that's a con that I have. It's more so just, it's funny because the structure of this movie is very similar to Iron Lung. But I massively I could have had another half hour here.
Iron Lung, if it was good.
Oh, that's a bit harsh. That's a bit harsh. I still gave that like a 3.
Sorry, I'm giving hyperbole.
Yeah, fuck. You're gonna get me killed here.
Good Iron Lung, I should say.
Yeah. So everything on Earth I was really enjoying.
Well, that's it. We came out of the theater and had the same thing where we're like, wow, I could have used like an extra 15 minutes.
Yeah, there are some things where I'm like, I'm really am curious on, with the ending with Earth itself. And,
yeah, I would have loved to seen the effects.
Which is a big ask, I think. But like the idea of, like, you know, she even says like, hey, like, we have how many years a quarter of the planet is going to die, and that's if everyone rations food, and we know they're not. Right?
Yeah, and we kind of like, I get why the film doesn't need to show us that, because it's not really. There's no point to it.
It takes it. Hey, it's here. We can save whoever is here.
Yeah, and I feel like when we do cut back to her later in the future, when she's a bit older and, you know, she's on the ship and things are frozen up, you kind of understand.
The stakes and everything. Yeah,
it's kind of taken effect, but you don't see it.
Yeah, look, I don't have that many negatives. It was emotional. I think Rocky, the way they handled it, because in the book it's different. Yeah. They just understand each other, and I think that has way less, like, you're using the medium of film to its fullest, where you give it a voice.
Yeah, it was great.
Just having it being like beeps and moans.
I had barely seen any marketing for the movie. All I'd seen is like Ryan Gosling in an astronaut suit, and that was it. So for me, when he's out there and he's like, and we hear this noise, I'm like, aliens? What? I was like, what? Yeah. It was like the best surprise. I was like, what's gonna happen? I was so on the edge of my seat to be like, and I had no idea what kind of tone the movie would take from then on out, or like what kind of relationship it would form with the aliens, whether it be hostile or.
I just can't believe the chemistry between, because it's all puppetry.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say that was the other thing. I think I realized pretty early on was how great everything looked. And just like how, like, normally, you know, when it's CG, you can kind of, like, sometimes it's really good,
not tangible,
but like it doesn't feel like it's you're there, you know. Whereas this time around, I was like, I would catch myself, because we're in IMAX. The thing's massive. I'm staring at this puppet like, is it CGI? And I'm going back and forth, but yeah, no. And then to find out that it was a puppet afterwards, I was like, damn, yeah, it really does. You really can feel the difference, even if you can't tell it right away.
I think it helps for his performance as well, that he can definitely like actually like emote with it.
Seeing some of the behind the scenes and seeing that they had like this set pretty much made up for him and such, it makes his performance that more tangible, and like you can really feel like,
because there's tons of CGI. It's not blue screen and green screen.
Yeah, it's not like Lord of the Rings to The Hobbit. We're not just
exactly
using a giant blue wall and having no actors.
Like, imagine saying there's no CGI in the original like Lord of the Rings movies. You'd be a bloody fool, right?
Yeah.
But it's just everything there.
But
like,
it's the use of it, and like how you can have the practical.
Knowing how to do it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I think, like you said, it really does help bring out that performance, because he's not just acting to himself. Because most of the movie, it's just him.
But it doesn't really feel like it, though.
It's not, because Rocky is so real, right? Rocky is there. Like, it feels
just thumbs down.
I think my favorite thing, actually, as well as seeing TikToks around the movie, is just people in the comments just with the thumbs down. I'm like, man, imagine if you haven't seen the movie. Like, what? Is it bad? Is it good?
I saw a thing with I think it was you or Jack that sent me the Project Hail Mary Lego, and they go, is this $100? Question. Is this $1,000? Question. It's not $1,000. State like just the way the phrasing of it. I'm like, oh my god! I don't know. The humor works so much, and
it was just like really, like, Grace as a character. His humor wasn't ever forced. It was just part of his character, which was just helped in every delivery.
I can just see how this movie could be so derailed if you get like Chris Pratt or Ryan Reynolds, that type of like, because it isn't so sincere. Like, he's doing Downward Dog in the first like first thing. And
His jokes aren't from a place to make you laugh. It's from a place to make you feel comfortable.
yeah,
You know, and it's very different kind of humor where sometimes like, yeah, it is a haha, but they're never intended for just haha. It's always to communicate something or to convey something, or there's a dual purpose behind each of the jokes, and it just elevates the script.
I generally think this is a
more.
Phil Lord and Chris Miller type thing, where like you got like a Batman movie, the Lego movie,
Yeah,
and,
yeah, literally.
and you start looking at those and how intelligent the humor is. And I saw something on Twitter, and I actually just have to vehemently agree with this. Is that this is one of like the first time in a long time having an adult movie that is for kids can watch, right? Like,
yeah,
I think this would be
everyone movie.
As an 11-year-old, this would be my favorite movie of all time. Like, this genuinely like would be like, oh my god, right? It doesn't talk down to you, and there's such complicated science.
It treats its audience with like a really good deal of respect, which is just.
It is generally electrifying. It is such that there are so many sequences where I'm like, oh my god, this is movies, man. Like, and I've been on a run of great movies, right? Coming away from Hamnet, coming away from One Battle After Another, and I'm like, fuck, what else can movies do? And then I get this, and I'm like, shit.
In a world of doom and gloom, especially within the media space and film in general, it's so nice to get things like this that are still coming out, and just to see that there are people, a select few people in the space that just continue to innovate. And yeah, there's a lot of things that this movie takes inspiration from, and without going into too much of it, it still feels very unique in its own. Like it's its own thing. Whereas I made a joke to you about, oh, it's just a good Ad Astra. It was to get under your skin.
Yeah.
But like the two movies are very, very different. Yeah, white guy goes into space by himself. On paper, seems the same. But sitting down and watching both, two very different movies.
Yeah, look, I don't want to go into Ad Astra talk because I won't fucking stop. Like, I actually genuinely really like Ad Astra, right?
I know, that's why I said it.
It's like, fuck. When you said it, like, on Saturday, I was like, that was fucking personal.
It was definitely targeted.
But yeah, we liked it.
Fantastic movie.
Let us
Please
know what you guys think, because it's doing really well. It made like 82 million opening weekend in America.
Yeah, tell me, did you?
Yeah, thumbs down.
Did you like it or did you dislike it? I hope we don't get thumbs down on this video. No. Don't do that.
YouTube won't be able to tell. YouTube won't be able to tell. Don't even fucking put that. I'm gonna edit that out. In the opposite direction of shooting on volume and knowing how to make it look good, Moana had its first trailer today, and I looked at it right as we were starting.
I had no idea until you mentioned it before I got here.
It is so goddamn bad, and it's just the. Oh my god! It's the Tasmanian footy team was tweeting, but I just want to see your reaction to this, and then I'll show you a tweet. Because this is Dwayne Johnson on Moana 2.
This can't be real.
It is so bad.
That can't be. Can I see the wig again?
It's a horrible. It is an SNL skit.
Oh my goodness!
And by the way, in this scene, he's backlit, right? Yeah, like John Cena from Barbie.
He looks better.
Yeah, so nothing
better.
like a strong backlight and show off your $20 wig, right?
Yeah.
And Moana in that scene is also backlit, so they're both backlits talking to each other, and so you're like,
yes.
It's everything I've been saying that I don't like about volume, because it is meant to like the best use case for it of all time, I think, is in the Batman when they're on top of that building, and it is one only looking out, basically.
The Batman and like early shots from Mando season 1.
Mando looks great as well, but I think when you're talking about the peak of it, where it looks like at its best, you can't tell,
the Batman
is that, right?
It's almost like who's at the helm.
Yeah. And I just wanted to have my little spiel about how much I don't like these Disney remakes. And
does anyone like? I'm yet to talk to someone who enjoys them, other than some person I have no idea who they are who are online.
Like, I did go see Lion King in theater in 2019, but I was fucking miserable, and the Lion King score.
Yeah, but how much? Like, I know it's live action in the sense of like
it's by
realism, right? But can we call that movie a live action?
They're just
movie
animated.
Yeah, because
they're animated with some close-ups.
It's still animation at the end of the day. It's just realism as a visual instead of
and.
You know,
as someone who wants a full Cybertron movie, Transformers like CGI like this, and I'm like, why are you doing another remake when I can't get my Transformers movie to be like why can't I get that?
Give me what I want.
what I want obviously matters most.
Bro, they're too busy trying to still figure out the ins and outs of how the
Don't
GI
stop.
crossover's gonna work.
Stop. We're moving on. Okay. Crunchyroll has been hacked,
Oh my goodness.
and hundreds,
I-
everyone's emails, credit card
This
information.
is so funny because CJ in the chat was like, I've only had it for like a couple of weeks,
Yeah.
and I'm already
Yeah.
having issues with the anime space. And I'm just
Sauce, bro. That's
Yeah.
reality, and
it's rough.
they haven't actually. They said, "Oh, we're investigating it," but it's like something to do with contractors.
It's a good day to know I don't own a Crunchyroll account.
Yeah, I was using someone else's, and I haven't asked for the password again because
Well, that's it. I messaged Jackie, who I used the account of, and I was like, you should check your bank statements and change your password and such.
use hers now.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's good.
that's good. That's good to know.
Yeah, I don't use theirs
Yeah.
anymore.
Okay, because I would like.
He's like, sorry, you want to deal me?
Yeah.
I think like 20 plus people use this account,
Fuck.
but that's fine. I can ask.
Yeah, I just feel
Yeah.
bad for CJ because it's like, yeah, hey,
Damn.
if you have a Crunchyroll account, yep,
Yeah,
you're-
you should double check that if you're listening and have no idea about
yeah, passwords, everything.
this stuff,
It's just
because
I had a Funimation account back in the day to watch a couple episodes of Attack on Titan.
yeah, AOT back in the day. Funimation, man. It had such a better selection.
I love capitalism.
I know it's a joke, but it's still like, damn. Like you're hearing it, just,
Yeah.
oh my ears.
I'm actually going to censor that.
Yeah, please.
Put a little
Can
bleep.
we bleep it? Yeah.
I was going to do a whole thing. We're at 30 minutes already. You kept
We
it.
can cut out a bit of the introduction. I think we can cut out our original cold open and just cut to the
Project
Yes,
Hammer. No, I'm keeping.
yes,
I'm
yes.
keeping.
You
that.
wanna keep
I
it?
think.
Okay.
Fuck. Oh, you want to cut it just because it's making.
I'm not. No, not for my sake. Just for the sake. We have so much to cover.
All right. I was just going to go on a whole thing about DLSS 5.
Yeah, quickly.
It looks like shit. They basically they released a trailer.
I love AI.
And it basically
AI is
yassified
great.
everything, right? And it was messing up, like the HUD icons were all smeared. In Resident Evil, the new one, right?
Mm.
Have you seen anything from it, like the main girl?
Yeah, I've seen.
And she looks pretty.
It's all over my feed. I can't stop
Yeah.
seeing the comparisons. And
Oh, you've seen
the
the comparison, you've
memes
seen it?
about. Yeah, I've
Okay,
seen
cool,
most
cool,
of it. Yeah, this is why I said I love it because half of it just looks
Yeah.
like AI
So,
art. Like
The main guy at Nvidia went, Leon, you're wrong. You are wrong.
Mm.
It's actually on a geometric level. So basically, when it's looking at the character models, it's so deep ingrained that it's not a filter. You're fucking stupid. But it's and I'm not even like a
Yeah,
downplaying.
no,
That's
like,
basically.
practically.
I'm trying to sound up because he got really angry, and he started ranting about it doesn't change artistic control at all. Okay, man. Okay,
Yeah,
Jason.
sure, bro. Like,
It has come out and said it was only doing it on the surface rendered 2D frames with motion vectors as information, which means it was a filter. But in future tense,
In
it will be.
future tense,
Yeah, and
guys, trust me, please.
and then Capcom said, to be honest, we had no fucking idea about this. This is the first time we're kind of hearing about it. We are making a stance to never, ever, ever have this into our games ever again. And they've taken a staunchly anti-AI. So
Thank goodness.
Let's go,
As they
Capcom.
should, as you should.
They-
W Capcom.
So they keep making fire remakes and games, and now they've gone, hey, we want our things to be actually look good and not like
Yeah.
a model has rocked up. Like she's going to her like dead mum's house, and it's like meant to be like all like she hasn't slept, and then she's got like eyeshadow,
Yeah.
mascara,
makeup. I was like,
lipstick,
oh,
liner. I'm like, this is
What? No, what are we doing? What are we? Artistic integrity. I'm gonna grab that and I'm gonna throw it out.
who needs it?
What?
Um.
Don't want that.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna skip the next one. That is a dense thing. We'll talk about it another time. It's gonna be like Last of Us. They fucked up a casting really bad, right?
Yeah,
Um,
I can go without talking about Last of Us.
Yeah.
that's fine.
Um,
Leon Kennedy solos the verse though, just quickly.
Last of Us. Oh, I can't even do it. It's just a one-liner just to end it. Just to end it, right? Next bit of news: Chainsaw Man ends tomorrow, and I'm fucking terrified.
Yeah, I can't
Leon.
lie. I keep away from a lot of spoilers when it comes to Chainsaw Man, but I have. It's been kind of hard to avoid common Chainsaw Man
Themes and such.
themes, and like the fan jokes about fans like having a go at other anime and mangas endings, and then realizing, oh, we might not have a good ending.
So the Chainsaw Man community on Twitter
Hmm.
has been basically like this. Like, have you seen Don't Look Up?
Yeah.
It's the
yeah.
ending of Don't Look Up where they're all holding hands and like, yeah, we had it real good. And it's not even like when JJK said they had 5 chapters left.
Yeah.
It was just like the SpongeBob meme with everything on fire.
Yeah.
Chainsaw Man, when they said we got 1 chapter left and they had the week break, it has just basically been we've been shot and we're just bleeding.
Yeah.
And we're kind of just cold.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there going,
if you're lucky, there might be an announcement for another manga
so
that continues
the problem
story,
is
but...
the chapter that dropped last week was good.
Okay.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Everything in it was good. Everything in it was set up. Everything in it makes sense.
You just don't have... You need more than 1 chapter to finish everything off, I'm assuming, right?
Well, we're in this arc, and I'm very literally going as vague as possible.
Yeah.
This arc has been climactic. It's been action packed, and it's been mostly focused on that type of thing. And it's ending with a lot of things still not finished. And you're like, okay, but it's the fucking end of an arc, right? That's okay, right? Yeah. And while part 1 was a lot more contained and everything, and as like even if we're just talking about where you are with the Reze arc, right?
Yeah.
Everything's kind of in a closed loop to a sense.
Yeah, the things build on each other, but like the arc itself is pretty contained.
You've got some questions about, okay, these characters have got some questions we've got to answer. These characters, and
yeah, there's still the larger plot with the Gun Devil and such.
Yeah, exactly. And like, oh well, in the last line of dialogue, it talks about how Reze was working with external.
Yeah, there's other governments at play here. And
this is
such.
interesting,
there's a lot
right?
of human issues and
right.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
There's a lot more going on right now.
There's a lot more.
And there's been
I imagine
some
it
things,
continues to build and build and build.
And there's been
right?
things that were in part 1 that have been promised that we still haven't been resolved yet.
And you're not gonna get it probably.
And but the thing is though, it's not like a lot. It's like an arc. An arc thing has to happen.
Yeah, like.
And so it's like it doesn't make sense to do it in part 2. That's fine. Part 3 is when it will happen. And so I'm going, and someone goes, yeah, next week's. That's it. Maybe. I think. And you're like, what do you mean? I think. So they keep changing the wording to like, oh, it is to be continued to, and I'm sitting here.
Damn, man. I want to put my hand on your shoulder and be like, welcome to the fun that is manga, because so much of it just doesn't it doesn't finish.
Yeah,
it just stops, or the endings don't satisfy you because they don't close up enough threads.
This is what happened, right? Last week when the chapter dropped, I wake up 6:30. I'm like, fuck, I'm tired. And I look at my phone for notifications, and there's like 40, right? I always wake up to a bunch because all the American stuff happens when I'm asleep, right?
Yeah.
So I wake up, and the first notification I see is C Tactics in his Discord going, if you continue to say to be hateful and angry towards today's chapter, you're being banned in the Discord. I'm like, fuck, what happened in the Chainsaw Man chapter to warrant such a reaction? I get up, I get in the shower, I turn my Bluetooth speaker, and I put on the Chainsaw Man music, and I'm reading the chapter in the shower. And I finish it. And I'm like, fuck.
Okay.
And then I go to his Discord, and then I'm like seeing people fucking losing their mind, and they're just like yeah, just all cold and scared. And
yeah.
And that's tomorrow morning. And so I'm gonna wake up, I play my music, get the crunchy like.
I want to get a drink poured out.
Yeah, I gotta drive to work, but I'll get a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, do what you gotta do, man.
And just like, hey, I'm not coming in today.
Yeah, today. Call it sick.
Today's not good.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Someone died.
It's a terrible day for rain.
Yeah. So I'll report back next week with my thoughts, and
we'll see how large the bags under your eyes are.
Yeah, because this is gonna be like it's gonna be one of the worst moments of my life, and it sucks. No, I'm joking, but this is bad.
There's a part of you that isn't joking. Though.
I've been even on this podcast, I've talked about how much I love.
Man.
It's like Fujimoto.
It's one of the few like mangas you've really like stuck into as you've started your journey.
Like I'm hanging on Boruto by a thread.
So mid, right? It's so mid.
Yeah, but Fujimoto, like I've been a staunch.
You've been getting into all of their other works while liking Chainsaw Man. So
yeah,
it'd be a tough blow for you. For me, I'm anime only, so they might add stuff on, so I'm chilling.
There's no if it ends next chapter and there's nothing more, there's no anime fix. There's
no anime fix. They could just continue the story.
It just needs it's like ending it like at Empire and like going, yeah, that's no more Star Wars movies, and you're like, but there's so much more.
But the Empire's still at play.
Yeah, there's so much more. There's so much more here.
Well, please.
What about Han?
Bro, you ain't getting modular.
Fuck.
Which, you know, I also have issues with modular, but we'll save that for another podcast episode, I think, because
We got time today.
we have no time today.
We're making good time, right? We're making good time. We're at 35 minutes. Let's start with JJK. Not much happened this episode.
No, not at all.
Look,
No.
okay, for real.
If that was true.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna let you take lead.
I will gladly take lead because it, you know, waiting for this episode has been like just infuriating almost. Like just hearing slander after slander after slander, day after day after day, over and over and over
and
again.
it being warranted, right?
Like it's so difficult. I talked to my sister about this and others about how you can have such a well-written character with no flaws, and somehow, some way, people will still find a way to clown on them consistently, day in and day out. Do I partake in the clowning? Yes. Do I think it's funny? Yes. Anyone likes banter. We like slander. You made a whole video about it. And we've talked about it on plenty of occasions.
Still coming out. Still working on it.
Yeah. Like, Megumi, right? Finally, there's no ifs. There's no potential.
There is.
There is only results.
If he fought a decent opponent.
Reggie is a strong opponent. He's a first grade to special grade sorcerer.
Bum.
He beats most of the season 1 cast.
Yeah.
Except for the
because it's Kyoto.
Look,
he beats all of Kyoto. Okay.
And there's some heavy hitters there. He beats Nanami. Nanami's not a pushover.
Here's me, Nami.
He does beat Nanami.
No,
Reggie beats Nanami. Comfortably, I might add.
Well, we have to get Crimson on this. I don't.
I think Reggie outscales Nanami.
No, he doesn't.
Hollow Wicker Basket is a more advanced teak than anything.
It's an anti-domain.
Anti-domain, which Nanami doesn't even have a domain.
Okay, none of this is Reggie.
Reggie's ability is 2 hacks for Nanami, right? Nanami could cut through most of the stuff, but Reggie, you have to keep in mind, he's able to completely regenerate without RCT.
It depends on how many of those things he has, right? I don't know.
Well, that's it. Right? There's a lot of ifs I'm hearing right now.
Megumi could barely get a hit in. And
Megumi could barely get a hit in. Get out, bro. Megumi did great. Great. And I think you got to give him...
It's just really funny when talking to CJ, who knows nothing about the manga, and he'll go, I just watched this episode. He's been cool this entire time.
Can I give slight manga spoilers for this section just quickly? People can skip over the next few minutes. I want to talk about what CJ mentioned about Megumi and how I had to just remain quiet.
No.
While this Yuta slander.
No, you can't. You can't.
When we get to the Boruto talk,
we'll get to Boruto. We'll drop it there
manga spoilers,
because people actually do listen to this podcast. Surprisingly, this is awesome, right?
It is really.
But the thing
nice.
is, they're not JJK manga people. We'll get to it
I
later.
know.
Yeah, well, like
it hurts.
CJ's reaction of like, so I've watched 2 seasons and a whole part now. Megumi's been cool this entire time.
Megumi's great.
And then
Megumi's awesome.
And then he goes, wait a minute. And Charles, like, you were telling me, and I told him, Megumi's fights at the moment, like, it's like 7-1 with 4 inconclusive, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so his fight record is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then granted, he went and had a go at Yuta. Yuta in the anime right now is like 4-0 or something like that, which
crazy.
Which is
he's a heavy hitter.
He's like 4-0.
Yet to see anyone really like.
It's like, what the fuck? You're talking shit, and then they
like
just
the anime hypes him up like he's second only to Gojo.
Yeah. Which
like,
the Crunchyroll subtitles were incorrect multiple times in this episode. They keep getting things wrong.
Yeah.
They said that he had that Reggie had the highest curse energy output, which is not
true.
That's not the exact. It's that he has the most efficient like output compared to any like
most potent.
Yeah, like it's a specific wording that is so important.
More efficient with his curse technique than.
Oh, was it Reggie? It wasn't Reggie. It was fucking the guy in the last episode.
You know, I know you said Reggie.
Yeah,
but I knew you weren't talking about Reggie just now.
Yeah.
It happens. I mean, Malevolent Kitchen, for God's sake.
Yeah.
You know. Granted, I do wish they kept it like that because it's so funny.
It is very funny.
But it'd be nice if it was just not translated by John Weary.
Yeah, right. We think we escaped the devil, and here he is in the anime, right? Like
he finds a way to rear his ugly head. But the episode was terrific.
The music was great.
Music continues to be like a standout this season. Actually,
Megumi has one of the best themes in the show.
He does. He really does. Megumi has a lot of things that like fans idolize, but still slander him for, which I think is hilarious.
I do have a criticism of the episode.
I know. I heard you had some things. I do want to hear.
So
your
one of my
grievance.
favorite animators from season 1 who did he does a lot of some of the big sequences with a lot of movement, and I can't describe it to you right now, but
Mhm.
I've shown you in the past. He did the sequence. It goes for about 58 seconds, I think, where in the manga it's where like the Megumi clones come out and everything.
Yeah,
I don't think that sequence looks too good.
you don't think so?
I don't think I was going for a lot of smears and everything, and the chaoticness of it within the like liquidity of the domain. I just don't think it conveyed Megumi all too well with how impressive he was in the manga in that stage.
Yeah,
It more so conveyed the tone with what was actually done within it, and it didn't land. It didn't land for me. I'm watching this and I'm like, I get the sense of like it's more so from Reggie's perspective.
I kind of get that. Yeah, for me it did work because I'm just seeing like Reggie getting the shit beat out of him for a moment, and like it's hard to keep up.
Yeah.
So the smearing, it kind of works to like
It's that
convey.
mind space of like, yeah, it's from Reggie's point of view. It's this intangibleness where he can't quite get a grip, and it's almost.
And the other reason I liked it as well is because it felt very Toji-esque, where I mean, it is different, but the way Toji would like appear, disappear.
So he worked
like,
on some of that stuff,
Yeah,
right?
and it felt, especially with the hair, even like everyone.
No, it was just this 58 seconds.
Yeah, I know that, but like not outside of him.
Yeah.
Everything else, the parallels
great.
to Toji and like
Yeah.
this season, especially with Megumi, take more of that.
Like everything in that edit with the how that entire fight was done with the fisheye lens.
Yeah,
I'm like,
oh my goodness,
dude,
the perspectives.
what the
with
fuck are we
drawing.
doing here? Like
That
this
was
is
crazy, especially
ridiculous.
towards the end, I'm like,
What? This is
See,
the end of the fight.
See, when I think about one of the things I thought about was Kishimoto does a lot of perspective work in the Naruto manga, right?
Yeah,
You get
yeah.
a lot of different weird camera angles that wouldn't make sense typically, but like you understand it's from a forced perspective.
Yeah.
When we come to the anime, we rarely get any of that throughout the Naruto anime. So then when I see it happen in JJK, when it's not like that in the manga.
But it becomes it later because
Yeah.
Gege watches Ghost of Gostos and
Gege
he's
goes,
like,
oh, that's pretty cool.
I'm gonna steal that, right?
yeah.
And then suddenly,
and now
yeah.
I'm here like, God damn it!
Why could this be my thing?
Why can't I get Sasuke like?
No, but like, you see what I mean when I'm watching like the Naruto anime? It's the like I'm coming from this, and
yeah,
it's like
it's tricky. I'm gonna say something controversial when we get to Frieren about visuals in the anime, but I really did enjoy this episode a lot. The only thing I think I dislike a bit was the pacing. Like I get what they were going for, having like the slow walks and such, especially towards the end of the fight when the domain's finished and they're walking and stuff. But it was just like a tad bit too long. And this is me nitpicking.
Yeah.
But like, okay. We don't. Is it needed? Is it really needed?
I didn't mind that. I liked it because it was very much inspired by like a lot of old Japanese cinema and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And like CJ,
It's a showdown.
CJ
you know.
picked like what the movie was inspired by, like something was inspired by. I'm like, oh, this is really kind of cool. Like some of that expression.
Get some of the I get the expression. I just think it's like a few seconds
Yeah.
too long.
So I've got another. I don't know if it's a hot take because leakers of the anime are on Twitter and they're saying, oh, they did this. So I'm going in with already like, all right, people.
Yeah, but
already,
pretty.
it's annoying, but like this is like on Wednesday they give their opinions on the episode. And you're like, fuck, I can't avoid that, right?
Yeah.
And they said that they perfected the Yuta pages. I don't.
Is this
think
from the
so.
trailer?
No. I'm
from
talking about last week's episode.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
releases on Friday, right?
Yeah.
I get reviews of the episode on Wednesday.
Mm.
I'm like, okay, that's great. But they were hyping up the Yuta sequence, and I got to the Yuta bit. I don't. Like, it was good, done fine. It's just those pages are genuinely some of Gege's like most clear. Yuta is sick,
Yeah.
and I think they went through like the way how vibrant it is.
Mm.
I got like Yuta came through. It was fine. It just wasn't as peak as I was hoping, and the music, while intimidating and everything,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. And I'm looking at the direction of the next episode. I'm like, okay, I think I'm liking that the color mapping and the color tone much more of this new episode with that trailer. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I just wish that looked like the same.
Yeah, I
here.
get what you
Because like when
what
he's,
you mean.
it almost looks too close to the manga to the point where it loses because it doesn't have the manga framing. It has the manga literally like just on a widescreen.
Yeah.
It lost a bit of the kind of impact because it's like all like one color, and I'm like, I don't know. It just didn't fully work for me. Along with the music and the timing and the pacing, felt very quick.
Hmm.
Where it didn't fully land. It's still like an 8 out of 10 episode, right?
Yeah, I know. I completely agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
Sometimes we talk about JJK often having an adaptation that does a really good job of like changing things and how much better it is for the anime, but we don't really talk enough about when they do pay more, not pay more, but like stick closer to the manga, how it can, not be the same. And
it's just a nitpick, but it's like it's that thing that when I'm talking about episodes getting a 9 or a 10, it's like this is the things that you now need to absolutely nail.
Now that we're close to wrapping up the season 3 of JJK.
No, stop.
Maybe I'll wait, but I'm just Shibuya is still a fair bit better.
Yeah. I think inventory is also
yeah. Well, season 2 of JJK is just
Granted, this was always going to be the lull, right? I just didn't think the lull would be this good.
Yeah. No,
right.
They've definitely made it better than what I thought
these
it was
fights.
Gonna be.
I'm gonna be real. These fights were the ones I'm looking forward to. Right.
There's 3 things this season. It was Maki, Megumi, and Yuta.
Take out Megumi, put in Higuruma.
Nah, I was more excited for Megumi than Higuruma.
You are so alone. I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
I am just like Megumi. Just like Megumi.
I did not mean it.
Us Megumi fans have to band together. If you're out there and you're a Megumi fan listening to this,
fuck, I didn't mean to look you in the eye.
Please comment down below. I'm like the UG panel. Thank you for showing me. I'm not alone.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, no, I'm enjoying the season a lot, but it is tricky to come back. I mean, we talked about this in our manga rankings about whether a certain arc later on was the best or Shibuya. So it is difficult to really elevate.
This is where like there's so much heavy lifting have to be done, like in so many different places, like episode 3, and then Maki's episode was able to breathe pretty well on its own.
Definitely,
and
well, that's it. Each of the episodes were able to do really well on their own. It's just now that we're close to the end, I'm looking at it more as like a complete package.
Like the next part, like if the next part's 16 episodes, and like covers what is next and up to like 220.
Yeah,
not 221, but like 220.
Yeah, 220.
I'm just looking at this. I'm like, yeah, that's such a like it is unfairly stacked compared to what this had to offer, and like the matchups and everything. It's like cool. And
that's it. We'll probably talk more about it when the episode comes out next week, and I can probably talk to you more about it as a package, what we've gotten so far. And I'll hold myself off.
Still anime of the season, I think.
We'll talk about that next week.
All right, let's move on to the other show that we watch, because we're not watching Fire Force, we're not watching Hell's Paradise or Sentenced to be Hero. We're trying.
It's too much, man.
We'll get better.
We will. Once we get paid to just talk about it. I mean, talk about it even more. It'd be great.
Bonus episodes.
Yeah.
But let's do Frieren.
Frieren?
All right.
You
take the wheel.
I only recently caught up with Frieren, and I had some time to sit on my issues, especially with Fern and Stark. That's my main complaint, and the lack thereof their relationship moving forward. But wow, I forgot that Frieren has hands, man. Like this show, when it decides to lock in, especially for the fight scenes. There is no anime that is as clear and chaotic simultaneously as Frieren.
I find it so funny that like the person who worked on not last episode, the episode before, what's his name? He worked on JJK the other week. So like so it's like these people are just going back and forth, and he did all the he was the key animator for the entire episode.
And it does show because Stark, especially MVP, I think. Stark is like gone up my character list of like he's there with Levi at the moment. Like
really,
he's up there, man. The way Stark locked in, because it's more than just cool anime fight. Stark doing cool move. It's him really stepping up to the plate as a warrior, and like we've seen the progression of him, like with how hard it is for him to like get that courage, and then for him to put his life on the line for this guy that he barely knows. He's chosen to stick back to help to fight. And he's inspiring someone else that he's just met. That's a big jump from when we first met him. And I think getting that character arc and seeing it live in a fight that was as good as it was is just... It was just
It's
a
probably
highlight.
just really
It's-
clear execution of just something so simple of like, now it's the next little step, the next
and
little step.
well, that's it. It's like Demon Slayer, where the execution, it's there. I've got the
Yeah.
music. I mean, look, Demon Slayer's got a bit more budget, all right, to work
No,
with
no,
and stuff.
I'm
but
saying like Demon Slayer. I'm like, fuck. Demon Slayer is just, I'm a nice
well,
protagonist.
that's it,
and I
right?
inspire
It's a
everybody.
better story here, but the execution's on par, right? So
Yeah.
I'm getting, my ears are like, no, 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 no,
Yeah.
no, no. I'm bopping around. I'm watching this clear, and the detail in each of the animation, they don't like lack it. They don't slow down with the cloth movements or
Yeah.
anything. The environment continues to move around them, and the fog. Even when you cut back to
Yeah.
the mages fighting,
Because
and
lighting,
the designs of
lighting
the
is
demons.
allowed to be dynamic.
Yes.
Lighting's allowed to have shadows
Yes.
and different things.
And it's even like a core component when Fern is fighting that demon,
Yeah.
and you see where his mana like highlights, and she can't find an opening because of the fog, and it's the lighting, it's there through the fog, and you're seeing like the representation. Oh, it's just it's just the small details. I'm just loving it, because you could very easily just have the mage walk there and her go, I don't know what to do, but having the mana like glow and highlight, just that added detail, it's just small things go a long way. And as much as I might have issues with the main cast of Fern, Stark, and Frieren, not getting enough time to bond, everything that is on display is just
because that can still come maybe
sensational.
later. Like,
Later,
this
yeah.
might
There's a
be
lot of
just little
story
bit-
left to tell,
yeah.
And then the week after, I don't know if there's anything else you want to say about
That
the-
episode. No,
the
I
episode
generally
that I
think
missed
that
last week.
just quickly, there's some of the tracking shots within that when Stark's able to really move.
Yeah,
That gets the power of his. Like, we have seen characters do hard punches and stuff, but it's about feeling the momentum beforehand.
Yeah,
And I think
when he's doing that parkour without his axe to get
Mm.
up to the demon to help
Yeah.
him out, and it's just like, wow, he's moving like
yeah, it really illustrates just like, I don't know, with shows, it's really hard to demonstrate how someone can become more powerful or more confident within their abilities. And then when you're watching Stark move, because the animation is so distinct, and we're going to talk about a show soon. I actually want to skip the things we got next to talk about it, because it's nearly my number one issue
Yeah,
about how it's doing it poorly.
yeah, we can move that up.
But Stark is like, before he could swing an axe at a wall and do some damage.
Yeah,
But now it's like watching a footballer in their 5th year, and they're just confident in their body, and they're just, it's that new aerodynamic hairdo, and they're just like,
and that's it, right? He's just, and we see it even more with the next week's episode, which is the most recent one, when he goes to face those dragons, and he's just murking them. And Frieren lets out that line like, "If you don't take them all out by yourself," like,
yeah,
I was like, "Oh my goodness, look at my, it's my son, man."
yeah.
It's like, what's that scene? That's my son.
Oh, in is it Sing or something?
Sing, yeah. And the dad's in the jail. He's like,
What was it? Johnny,
Johnny.
that's my son.
Oh man, that's how I felt like behind the screen. Just sensational. And we did get more of those intimate moments. Again, what I think I've come to realize, and I messaged this to you, was that Frieren, it sticks to the anime format of 20-minute episodes.
Yeah,
And shit, I think that's my issue with it. I want the slower pace to really like settle in, because the pacing isn't the issue.
yeah.
It's sticking to the format that anime is, and 20-minute episodes.
So
bites.
if it could be like Amazon shows, which go like, no, this episode's 20 minutes, this episode's 40, this episode's
something
35.
like Game of Thrones or like 97.
Yeah.
Give me that 40-minute runtime, because it just allows for those down periods not to be so much as a montage, but you can have a montage, but also play out scenes throughout that time period where you can get more of the character moments. You can get that drama. You can get their relationships, and it might be a nitpick, but having more of like them expressing their feelings towards one another, I think goes a long way in their dynamic.
I just don't think these scenes, these montages, the stuff that you're looking for is in these episodes. Like, I understand, like for this, like
And I get-
a whole winter
yeah.
went past, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think that within that winter there was like, there might be another story within it, right? That you could have gotten.
It's not even like a story. It's more so just small interactions that you can't have. You can't have those dialogue, small interactions in a montage. And the montages can do a fantastic job, like a really, really good job of like getting you to like follow them through this time period of downtime.
Yeah.
And it's clear that, there's not meant to be anything in there. and I get that, and it's in the manga. There's nothing there, right? But it just, and when you have an episode like that episode a few episodes ago where you have those characters interacting for most of the runtime, I just need more. I just need more.
I think maybe that's just when we're talking about things translating well to anime to manga, where in the manga, right, you read the date chapter, and then
it's just action.
Then it's action for 2 chapters, and then it's a that montage chapter,
down,
and then
yeah.
But then like you get whatever happens next for their relationship is probably like in another 5 chapters, where for us it's another 2 years away, right?
Yeah.
So
right?
for manga people, I think they can just kind of go through it, and you get these moments kind of spread out where, so every time there's action, it's now an episode, right?
Yeah.
It's now 2 episodes.
That's
where in manga, it's just that chapter.
And this can, me complaining about this is literally me going, this is like one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
How can it be the best? Like at the top of my favorites.
This
like,
is how season 1 to 10. This is how this gets to a 10 as well.
And I will say the last 2 episodes have made me more optimistic as the season overall. Like I'm sitting at a 9 right now.
Well, I'm still sitting at 8.
That's fair. That's very fair. And I think if it delivers well, then I'll be quiet.
Which granted, I think JJK would be sitting at a high 8 right now as well. Like they're both in the 8 range. I don't think that the gap is actually that large.
Right?
And
it's really going to come down to Zendaya.
Look, no, Zendaya is going to blow fucking Frieren out of the water. I'm sorry.
We just don't know what's in store for us for Frieren.
Yeah,
you know?
but you're just not like you.
At the moment, I've got Frieren sitting higher than JJK.
We have to do. We have to like settle this because we know what's coming.
I'm see that's the thing. I know what's coming for JJK,
and you
I
know what's
don't
good.
know what's coming for Frieren, which makes it that more exciting in a way.
I don't know what to put on. Like
we could be surprised. We could get like a generational episode for Frieren.
All right. Do you think Frieren will have a better final episode than?
I think it has the potential to. I think as much as I know what's coming with JJK and I know how hype it's going to be and how good it is, I think there's a lot of difference in if Frieren can deliver a really emotional gut punch as its finale. I think that'll do better.
Nah.
I think it'll move me more than the finale of JJK. If I can really get a gut punch from Frieren, then I'm talking like episode 1 Frieren gut punch. Like
okay. If it was just like the best first episode ever, as like the finale,
you know what I mean? The emotions at play. Like
okay.
if I can feel the way I did around like Frieren and like if there's like a hearkening episode with Humour and it relates to the cast so well and I can weave it in, then I'm there.
Yeah.
Frieren's done it. That's what I was hanging on to. I was like, shit, I'm liking Frieren more than I'm liking JJK. And there's a lot of bias, I think. We can keep this in, not keep it in. There's a lot of bias because I find the medieval genre, it's my favorite genre. Fantasy. Medieval fantasy is just, it's my favorite. So to have Frieren be as good as it is while I'm an adamant D&D player, it's just...
Like, I hear you. It's just... I don't know. Like... Okay, yeah, like
it's a very personal thing. And the other thing I was going to say that's a bit controversial is I think some of the art is a bit better in Frieren.
I don't think that's so personal. I can't really like.
Well, that's it. It is so personal, and that's why I'm talking for me. Like JJK. I think I prefer the animation.
Yeah,
slightly, and it's. It's.
I know, JJK is just a bit more messy. I think
that's the only thing with JJK.
Granted, JJK, like, if there's it feels so gay because the manga is messy.
Yeah,
I feel like the manga is
it's representing it very well, and I'm just like when I'm saying I like Frieren more than JJK, it's not by much. It's like the tiniest bit. Like
JJK's manga comes off as someone who's like out of breath. It's like, oh
yeah,
guys. Every single time, that is the exact like the brush strokes. Everything feels just Frieren feels like, yes,
elegant painting.
It feels like a cup of tea, right? Yeah. Which granted,
and then when I have to, I'll do my swift movement.
Frieren mangaka is taking so many hiatuses and is always sick and always basically dying, and so it's almost like not that like that, but it comes across that way,
Yeah.
right? And so like the anime almost like it has this like laissez-faire attitude,
Yeah.
but like like they're adapting 6 chapters in this new JJK episode. Like good luck, like and
Well, that's it. That's That's
now
the other thing, which I want to go into, is whether or not it will deliver.
it's going to deliver. I'll be fucking miserable if Chainsaw Man
Chainsaw Man's bad and
JJK
doesn't deliver.
in 2 days.
It's all right. Like Angel above Megumi, you'll have Frieren above you. Like
Next pod at live death, just like fucking. It's it. I'm done. Now to go from back to back, like great anime that we watched. I want to start off the bat. Leon, is Invincible's animation gotten to a point where it's actually affecting the quality of the show? Like, how much is the animation actually affecting you?
It's funny you say that, because this season I turned to Moana and Jack, who I was watching it with, and I went, I've accepted it. I've come to terms with it. The show's just not going to look the way I want it to look.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to enjoy it for what it is. Because I know I'm never going to be satisfied with the visuals. And I'm just going to enjoy what visuals we do get. And I'm going to enjoy the narrative changes. And I'll leave it at that. Because I feel like I'm just going to keep spouting it. And it's not going to change. It's really not going to change. The show, it's just a tad ugly. And I'm okay with it now.
I genuinely think the show just looks bad.
I don't think...
No,
it's just serviceable.
I watched the Devil May Cry Season 2 trailer, and I'm looking at that, and I'm like, why the fuck does that look like that? And that's not even great. And I'm looking at this, and it's just PNG Saga, and
like the detail is so lost, and people doing even like small tweaks to Dinosaur.
That's the worst one.
And I'm like, are we that lazy to just make him a red?
No, it's not.
Flat?
No. We have to not use. It's not laziness. Because it's like 12 dudes.
When I say laziness, I'm not talking about the people who actually drew it.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the laziness from the execs to go, I want it out in a year. Run it. Like, let's just push it out.
And I'm going to name drop the Soup's mantra of, at least we get it yearly. I'd rather it yearly than good.
That's my only silver lining that I'm latching onto. I don't rather it. But I'm like, if it's going to be a yearly thing, then I'm going to enjoy the fact that it's a yearly thing. Even if I don't want it to be a yearly thing, at least I have like a consistent...
But it comes at this, like, I can't watch any action sequence in the first half of a season and enjoy it, because it's just... It's not lit. It is not... there is no composite anymore. It is...
So can we just get Ryan Otley to, like, have a bunch of underlings to, like, mimic his style, have him teach him, and then get a bunch of animators to work side by side.
It's just Amazon to actually think, hey, people like Invincible, let's actually pay people to animate it, rather than use 6 people for an entire season over 12 months.
Let's outsource for all the ads to make them look freaking stunning, and then get none of those animators to work on the show.
They've been working on season 5 since season 2.
I just can't believe that. I don't believe it.
I don't believe you.
I think they're just saying that.
No.
Without proof, I need proof. I need to know.
A season like this would take generally like 3 years to make, so it makes sense. But it's like, you've got like 4 dudes in a shed working on it, and they're guns. They're doing their job, right? But I was watching
people working on it, doing what they can do, and
But the T-Rex, I saw some people, and they're like, oh, so you want artists to kill themselves then by adding... And so,
I just want more artists.
Someone like did the teeth thing and added a few scales, and like, oh, so you want them to kill themselves. I'm like,
literally all I want.
Are you kidding me? And then someone posted the dragon from Frieren and went, can you kill yourself? No, but like... But it's just like...
Just a little bit more.
I go from Frieren having 20 dragons, all detailed, all doing that, and then and this is where I was talking about the scaling being confusing. I go from one season where Mark is just losing every fight. I'm like, oh, he's going to get stronger. And the next season, he fights a T-Rex and struggling. And I'm like, why is he struggling against a 4-foot T-Rex? And then you look at the comic and you're like, oh shit, that T-Rex means business. That is Grimlock incarnate.
Dinosaur means business. I think my biggest issue with Mark especially, and this is a narrative thing, and I have the same issue in the comic, is why he decides to, like, has this change of mindset where he's done fucking around. He'll get the job done, but he pulls his punches consistently still. He will still pull his punches.
I don't know how hard he can hit. I'm so confused because...
The hardest we've seen him hit is Conquest.
Sure, but
That's the only time we've seen him let loose.
then the first 3 episodes, he's not hitting very hard.
No, he's not.
And it's like,
And when I see, like, especially when I'm forgetting her name, but when Mark's out on mission and she comes down with the other Viltrumite, and she just flies through the monster's head, or like when Omni-Man does it in season 1.
Yeah.
Like, Mark, you could do that to this dragon. You could literally just fly through its head. What are we doing? What are we doing? And there's some things to come that'll probably I'll be happy with that will change that. But overall, I even said it when I was watching it, and I was like, the one thing about the visuals, the only compliment I will give it is its consistency. It consistently looks the same. So there's one through line.
And then episode 8 will look good.
Yeah. Animation-wise, suffers, right? But at least the art style is consistent. More consistent than the comic. The comic will, whenever Ryan Otley's got the pen in hand,
No, but
I'm like,
I don't mind.
sensational.
I've seen the other guys' art, and the thing is,
But
though,
even when you start the comic, it is vastly different.
yeah, but
as you
the
go
thing
on
is,
and
though,
such.
like when they get different artists on, because I think it's like 3
Yeah,
artists.
I know
they-
the story and the behind the scenes. I know why they have to change, and it's a long.
It's just like the guy that is like, oh, he's the shit one. I'm pretty sure he was under the time he would get.
Yeah, I don't
and
even
so-
think it's. My issue. I don't think it's bad.
Yeah.
I just don't like that it's such a vastly different
Right.
style.
When you're reading a
to Ryan
manga, it's
Otley's.
one look the whole way through.
Yeah,
where a comic, it's
Whereas, like, you'll be like in the middle of this, like really intense thing, like, wow, I'm really like, who? Oh, that's him, and you have to like readjust. It's like wearing glasses and taking them off and then putting them back
Yeah,
on again.
yeah.
It's just, it's not bad. It's just
it's if it was
different,
changing
and
animation studios mid episode, like wait a minute,
Yeah.
whoa.
It's like all of a sudden JJK looks like JoJo.
Yeah,
and,
and like you like JoJo, but it's not JJK,
not
and
JJK,
it's suddenly
yeah.
it's a completely I get that. I see people shitting on I don't know the other guy's name, but it's like I think the reason is because like they have different artists on different lengths. Some are doing it quicker, some are doing it.
well, that's
this.
it. And he needs a break. Sometimes he's not available. He's doing other
Yeah,
things. You get your different artists, and it was a long time.
Yeah,
that
I-
Invincible was
I
running
just-
for. So
I feel like because it was funny because going into episode 1 and 2, the Escape Pod podcast, Andrew had seen it early.
mm,
And Andrew was like, "Oh yeah, episode 2 is okay, but episode 1, he said episode 1 is the best episode of the 2 because episode 2 is different storylines." And I'm gonna go, what the fuck did he watch? Because episode 2 rocked. I
liked your episode.
I
two a
really
lot,
liked
yeah.
episode 2 and how it expanded on the comic, because in the comic it
Yeah.
was just like it was like a bunch of panels side by side. It did the Naruto where it actually expanded upon them.
Yeah.
But instead of just going, "Wow, Lee can do that," and having every character be surprised, it's no, let's actually expand. Every planet he goes to, he has to
Yeah,
apologize.
it was really good to see them expand upon that. And I think my favorite highlight was how much Peter Cullen does a great job with Thetis. I know you're probably just like, that's my guy. That's not this. But honestly, Thetis in the comics to me is just kind of like he's a jobber in a lot of ways. Whereas he feels a lot more like he's got some depth to him. But like seeing the Scourge, you don't get that in the comic.
Yeah, right.
And to see Nolan's perspective and everything, that was just sensational.
The
That
voice
was,
acting
like-
in that, the
like-
entire between their relationship is what sells so much. Like
and Jack and I are sitting there like, oh, what's this? Are we okay?
it's really
We
funny
get-
because
like we're just sitting through watching this for the first time. Like
Yeah.
this is great. This is what the show can do that really elevates the narrative, and that's the point
that's
where I'm
peak.
I'm like, yeah. Do I think the show looks ugly?
But that
Yes.
episode's fine. I think that's fine. That episode compared
I
to
s-
3,
Yeah,
compared to 3,
it's the best looking out of the 3. I still think it's an ugly
Yeah.
episode,
it's just
but like
it's so hard coming from Jujutsu Kaisen. It is just
any
no,
modern
but like the
anime
hand to
at
hand,
this
like
stage.
I'm seeing the Higuruma thing, and I'm like, oh my god, go to this, and it's just pause.
Yeah. I know, and I know why that's the case, because it's very obvious. Again, they're saving the budget because there's going to be 2 or 3 things that they're going to need it for this season.
Yeah.
But like,
But it's also the first season that I'm now narratively second guessing certain things. Where like
yeah,
I'm like
what?
I'm just like Blue Suit Mark is just a bitch.
Bro, agreed.
I remember because
Agree.
you read it last at like between
Yeah.
so, my friend Jack read it first,
And then,
and I'm like sitting here, and Jack is a fan of nearly everything that I'm a fan of. So many things we're a fan of, and so when he's come to me and goes, Charles, Blue Suit Mark is like Black Suit Spider-Man for an entire arc, an
yeah.
entire arc of Black Suit Spider-Man. I'm like, that's what I've been wanting for the whole time, because Black Suit Spider-Man's always like one episode or one movie, and he goes, yeah, imagine a whole arc like that. And so like here I am, neurons firing, going, that's awesome. I get half a season. I got like 6 episodes where he's just a bum, and then gets kicked at shit. I'm like, oh, this is kind of
Invincible fraud, bro.
and then you get to this season, and I'm like so he kills someone, right? And I'm like, it was the extinction of the entire planet, and he's with a bunch of losers. And it's really, really hard, and because the animation doesn't sell it, because it's cutting between a frame of him holding that, and it's a still. In the comic, I imagine it's literally it cuts back.
I will actually say him killing that guy is way better in the show.
Really?
Yeah. In the comic, he just punches him and his head falls off. In the show, his head I was like, that's freaking sick.
My problem is the pacing, right? Because he's holding him just there. I'm like, go to him.
Yeah.
Go to him, right?
Yeah.
So that's annoying me. But Mark's also not really moving at all. And then what's his name? Bulletproof?
Yeah, Bulletproof's fine.
Bum. Fraud.
Oh my, you haven't even got to why the Invincible fan base hates Bulletproof.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know that.
And there's things later.
I'm already like he is
Bulletproof's not that guy, bro. Trust me, you're not that guy.
So like they're all doing that. I'm like, just why doesn't he have a better thing? Why doesn't Superman should have the fucking thing? And I'm sitting here just like, you all suck. And then like he's waiting 0.1 seconds. You're too late. 1 second, you're kind of too late.
Yeah.
Like, and then he does it, and they're like, oh, I'm like, you all failed this, not him. And so like he killed a guy, and everything with Cecil, perfect, right?
Cecil is so much better.
Except one thing, which I'll get to, because I'm angry about that as well. Okay. So that happens, and I'm like, no, you can't blame Mark on this. You all failed.
I agree with you, but I also, it is to show that like
I know the reasoning. I know. It just from a writing perspective, they needed to give more like an actual issue to Mark doing it, rather than like that had 1%. He had 0.1 seconds. His team, he can't. They're also not communicating to him that he's actually coming. It's just like he might be here with the thing, maybe.
But he's not going to risk
it.
Mark at that stage, even if he probably was getting communicated, he's of that mindset now. There's no changing him.
I don't think it illustrated good enough that he was of that mindset of like, no, I need to take it into my own hands, which is the issue. Which is why everything outside of that scene, no problem. It's just the execution of that scene, like when he smashed through the head, awesome and everything. But the whole time, they just couldn't do anything. They all got their emitters destroyed. And he's like, oh yeah, Bulletproof will be able to get mine. Like he's already got one destroyed or something, right? He'll be able to get that one here to me fine. I can just trust that he's going to get it here.
Mark was not really working with the Guardians on that occasion. He was just giving backup. And it's clear that Mark was always going to, with or without them, that was the route he's going to take, because that's where his head's at. You know? He's realizing that it's wrong and that he should be an altruistic person, but too much traumatic events has happened for him to really stick to that. And he vowed that he will kill them if someone messes with his family. And yeah. I really like and I think that's where the blue suit, maybe where Jack's comics come from, where it's like that mentality switch of, I am a hero, but like I'm more like the Punisher than I am like Daredevil. Like
but I just don't think. Okay, I don't know. I feel a bit let down at this point.
Yeah,
at the moment, I'm sitting like in the 7 range, and I'm like, why am I fucking down here?
That's fair. I'm probably 7 or 8. I think narratively it's still a lot better than the comic, but
it could be. It feels so close, and then you get shit like, I know Cecil's dumb in the comic. Why the fuck does Conquest not have the emitter in his head? You did it to Mark.
Yeah.
And he just flew up. He was down for an episode. And I already had that spoiled to me that Conquest gets away.
Yeah.
For an episode.
Yeah.
That genuinely blunder writing decision. Genuinely awful.
Yeah, no, it is. It's better than the show. It's
yeah, because in the comic, Cecil's more like I hear painted as dumb, whereas he's Nick Fury here. But you can't then have, it's a similar thing when I talk about live action adaptations, when if you take things out and then you have the same sequences play, except they're missing 10 scenes from the comic or manga.
Well, that's it. Yeah,
it is.
It's tricky because Cecil, this is a real big blunder on his end, and I think what I do like about it is that Cecil has been losing his grip since season 1.
Sure, but
And
this
his grip is like getting slippery and slippery. As soon as Omni-Man goes, it's a big thing, and he loses more to the Guardians. And seeing Cecil's like descent, especially this season, where they moved Rudy and such going through the portal earlier, because now I'm like, it's more on Cecil's psyche where he's like, fuck, like he's out of control. And I think where the show's going to differ is they're going to show what will Cecil do when he's lost control.
Yeah,
because
absolutely, but I just don't think there's so much premeditation there, right?
Yeah,
they have so much tech. They have so much.
I think his arrogance is what gets the best of him here, is where he thinks he can still control the situation, and he thinks even when he talks to Donald back in last, he's like, he's not moving. Blah blah blah. We've got X this much tons. He's in here, and we're gonna question him. He doesn't think he needs to put an emitter in the head. He doesn't do any backups because this will hold him in his head. There's a guarantee, right, to Cecil. So when Congress laughs and just flies away, Cecil is dumbfounded. Like, and I think and I really hope that they go into it, because like you said, they're not just playing Cecil as this idiot. He is the Nick Fury, and I want to see him. I want to see the consequences of his fuck ups.
He's making
and I want to see what he does about it. He's more fearful of Mark.
I know, but like he's making these anti-Mark things, right? And they're going to be strong, and they already were strong, right? They were already 3 of them could rival Omni-Man, right? And, and like not like
supposedly,
but like we saw how hard it was. Like he still went on.
Rihanna Men are just very tough, and let alone giving them, Viltrumite bodies.
It wouldn't even be mid diff, but like it wouldn't be extreme low diff for Omni-Man, right? But like it's annoying.
Yeah.
But to think that like someone who has so much of those resources still available, and he was that overconfident, cool. But like, I don't know. I want Cecil to have a more sort of a redemption arc rather than him be killed off.
Well, that's it. I hope that we get more. I think they are going to give us more of Cecil, and I'm going to hold my judgment. If they do just continue as it is originally written, then I'll probably have the same mindset and I'll say it as such. But, we're only 3 episodes in. There's a lot of season left to come. And I think Cecil has a lot of room to really develop there.
And other things, I'm not enjoying the Paul stuff all too much. And then...
Paul. I don't think it's...
I think it's fine.
Too long or anything. It's fine.
It's just I've also been spoiled because Twitter sucks. I've been spoiled on some things, and I don't like that at all. What I know... I'll tell you afterwards.
Yeah.
What I've been told, I think narratively, dog shit. And so I'm like, oh, I don't like what I think what now is fine, but now I know why I'm not liking it. So I've got some little grievances about what's happening. I'm like, this seems like some communication issues that's kind of getting a little annoying.
Yeah.
But it's fine, right? But then I've been told where it's going. I'm like, no. No, just no. I do not enjoy that at all.
Yeah,
and
well, that's been my. I think that's what I'm most interested when I go to watch the show now, is because I know there's a lot of changes being made, and I'm curious about how they're going to tackle certain things. And
because Debbie's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, and the way they've handled Debbie so far, these 3 episodes, immaculate. She doesn't really do anything in the comics. She just kind of downplays everything.
Yeah.
Even Oliver, when Oliver is sent for Mark, and when Eve sends out Oliver, that doesn't happen in the comic. It's just Mark. Oliver doesn't go and do all that.
Really?
He's not there. He's not present for any of that. So they're already making a lot of improvements.
That's a great change. I think Oliver doing that and their bond is like actually like the highlight of the 3 episodes.
Yeah, and they're adding to that, and they're adding to Debbie and that family dynamic.
Yeah.
That's not there. That's all the show.
Yeah.
And it
also
really
they removed that.
narrative.
I did not like how the dad scene was written in the comic.
He's just awful, but it is. Right, I remember reading that. I put the comic down. I was like, I need a minute. Like, I went and did some chores, and I came back, and I kept reading.
Like he's mean and evil in the show.
He's a bad person.
I just think it's poorly written in the comic. I just don't think
it's just disgusting.
Yeah,
it is. It's like you're disgusted because you're like, yeah, I get what you're going for, but you don't need to go this.
It goes from being like MAGA Republican to like literally I am evil incarnate.
Yeah, like
I'm talking about
one of the worst
my daughter's
humans in
like this, like I just don't. And granted, we're in a time where we can't even say that's unrealistic because there's so many people who have like self-reported themselves to talk like that about their children. But like I just don't find that engaging as a character. Like, where that's the direction you want to take it.
It's not. Yeah, it's not necessary.
So what they did in the show, I generally think that was good. That was fine enough, right?
I am curious. What did you think about the last bit of what we saw with Eve getting pregnant? Did you see that coming?
One, yes, because firstly, when things started melting, I'm like, oh, probably pregnancy. That's probably yeah.
Yeah.
Two, as soon as that episode ended, people on Twitter went, oh, the pregnancy arc, can't wait. I'm like,
that confirmed it. Ruining the show for you.
That confirmed it, but I already knew,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I looked at it and went,
yeah.
all right, they start making love, and then she's already having the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, Mark's an idiot. I don't think he practices safe. So
Clearly not.
So clearly you do not have it.
Right, yeah, no.
But yeah, things
It's
though.
nice to have Invincible back though. Regardless of our qualms with it, I am happy it is back.
I'm absolutely I'm a fiend for it, right? We got Invincible.
Yeah, I think you said his name wrong. It's Invisible.
That's when the title card since like cops are just bang. But Daredevil and the boys, and it's like cool. I'm not enjoying probably like some of this, but like at least it's not like I'm not enjoying to the extent of like like 4 or something. It's just this stuff is peak, and we're here to talk about it, so we are.
Yeah.
And you know we know we can voice our criticisms and everything, but I would rather be in the space of in the shit that I love, right?
Yeah,
like
I agree.
Even if like I watch this new Spider-Man movie and it's not the best thing in the world, right? I'm still gonna be like, fuck, I love Spider-Man. Fuck, I love Spider-Man.
Well, that's it, right? I'm a huge Invincible fan. I'm watching Invincible.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I'm gonna be watching Spider-Man later this year, and I think it's probably a good time to sort of talk about the Spider-Man trailer. We're on the superhero.
Holy shit, that trailer!
Yeah, it was a great trailer. I can't lie. It was really nice.
So I saw this. Actually, I've got a small story to tell. Right.
Go for it. Yeah.
So Spider-Man trailer drops. I watch it like 5 minutes after it drops, and I go into work the next day. And I'm sitting at work in the morning, and I've got a mate named Connor and a mate named Michael, and we're talking about it and everything. And before we talk about Spider-Man, we're talking about things with Crimson Desert and a bunch of different things are coming up. And Connor's like, you always seem to like just know everything that we bring up while we're bringing it up. Like, just do you not know anything? And I'm like, just when you're online, you kind of know these things, right?
Yeah.
And he thinks he can get me, right? And he's like, oh, yeah, so the Spider-Man trailer came out. I'm like, yeah, we watched it last night. He goes, what'd you think? We start talking about it, right? And he goes, well, I watched it the moment it came out because I had a notification ping, and I watched it like 2 minutes after it came out. When did you watch it, Charles?
A month ago.
And I then turned to him and go, I watched it in December. And he goes, what? No. And he was so like, how? I'm like, it leaked. I've seen it maybe 8 times before today.
Yeah.
And he goes like, what are you?
It's not fair.
I thought I had you. I actually watched it, and when I thought I got you. And I'm like, yeah, no.
Sorry.
You're
behind.
This is not how it works. I still know 100 million things that you don't know about this movie.
Yeah.
And he's like, and it's just so funny having someone like try and while at me and go like, I've got you, and I'm like, I watched it and just.
This guy's chronically on Twitter. You're not gonna keep up, like.
Okay, being online at all, I've seen it on my TikTok feed. It showed up on my Spotify. Like
it showed up on my Spotify.
The hub's not available in Australia right now, but it's on there probably, right? But this trailer, genuinely, like, I've been so fatigued with Marvel.
Like anyone.
This trailer, I watched it and just went, fuck, I love Spider-Man. And like they rushed the VFX on this because the trailer leaked.
Yeah.
So this is not the VFX that's going to be in the movie.
I figured as much, you know. It is a trailer,
but
so
it
I took it
captured
with a
the
grain
tone.
of salt.
It captured everything I wanted. The Peter Parker scenes, the Peter Parker shots, I'm like...
Well, that's it. Every time he wasn't in suit is when the trailer was at its best.
And to know that they're working on the suit stuff. And
yeah.
like, for example, in the leak trailer, his eyes are moving all the time. And there's stuff that goes full... Like, you know when his eyes, like... You know,
well, that's it. All the CG work and stuff like that, I'm not gonna say too much on, other than
it's still won't be 2002 levels because they had 12 months of post. This only has 7.
Yeah,
but
and I can accept that. I think where my problem with the trailer is
problem.
Yeah, problem.
I don't have problems written again. Yeah.
I as much as I like what they're going for and such, I'm still very hesitant.
Obviously, with the other storyline and Man Spider type
Man
things.
Spider.
Look,
I don't necessarily have an issue with Man Spider if it's done well. I think the MCU is the issue at play because when Bruce Banner shows up in the trailer, I went, "Oh shit, is he Banner again?" I had to ask Jack. I was like, "Did I miss something?" He's like, "Yeah, She-Hulk." I was like, "Oh yeah, She-Hulk, yeah, yeah." And I think having that larger universe at play and having to watch all these other things to keep up, it can get confusing. Because if I'm a casual viewer who's watching the movies and I see Bruce Banner again, I'm like, how isn't he
skill
merged with
issue.
Hulk?
I don't know, like man, like
Well,
like come
I'm
on,
speaking
like,
also from the casual audience point of view. I think
they're watching. I think this is the equivalent of you pick up a Spider-Man comic, Banner's in it, and you're like, oh cool, Banner's in it.
I'm happy he's there, and I hope they have the whole Hulk remembers Peter thing. You know,
But the thing
Peter
is
Parker.
though, he was
I know. I don't know.
I know.
If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't
to
work.
be honest, I would be happy with like some not even a retconning, just like some bullshit science way for Bruce to
The
not
Gamma
remember.
isn't
Yeah.
affected by the strange spell, so
Yeah,
Hulk
so
remembers.
Gamma-
But like
yeah.
when
Don't
Banner's
care.
back in body,
I
some
just want
bullshit.
Hulk remembers as a plot line.
Because then it's like, at least Peter gets something. Like he's like, oh, catches a break for a second. He can breathe. He's like, thank you, Hulk, and they have like an endearing moment. It'd be nice. I think the trailer does a great job of not displaying what the movie's going to be.
Genuinely, and I know a lot about the movie. That trailer, I don't understand. Like, granted, I could probably, if I really tried.
If you could probably piece some things, but I think,
but I know so much about this movie
compared to the other Spider-Man trailers, way better.
Tasm too. 23 minutes of that movie was in trailers. 23 minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
and not even just like Tasm, but even like the prior movies for Tom, like Far From Home. Watching that trailer, it was like,
I think it's a little unfair for us because we know so much about Spider-Man where things that the average person wouldn't know are like, oh, there's a Mysterio. I wonder who the villain is because Mysterio is a side character, right? And like, we're sitting here going, like, I remember when we watched it in 2019, we all went, no shit. Like, can we come on?
It was rough. I will say the visuals, it's nice that it actually just looks like a movie.
Mm.
Bare minimum though, I'm not going to give it too much praise for having color grading. Like, yeah, no, that should probably be in the fucking movie.
But this is the first Spider-Man movie since like some of the scenes in Homecoming to have color grading.
It should be the bare fucking minimum. I'm not going to praise it for it. It looks good. Yeah. Until I see more, I'm going to say,
yeah,
it just looks like a good movie.
It also had 718.6 million views for the trailer.
Views were insane. Oh my goodness!
Like, this is Spider-Man is him.
Spider-Man is still the face of Marvel.
I still find it hilarious that Sony, granted, Crimson's going to correct me, like, this is very based off rumors and he said, she said, and different producers coming out. From what I know, Marvel and Tom Holland wanted grounded level story, right?
Yeah.
So they get this. Sony wanted multiverse. They're like, we're doing multiverse. Give us Tom and Andrew again. Andrew and Toby again. I'm like, no.
I hate capitalism so much.
Now, I can pretty much guarantee that in the future there will be movies with Andrew and Toby.
Yeah.
I'm not saying which ones, but from what I'm hearing,
I kind of have expected that considering the shift in how everything's been and such and the success. When something does that well, you don't just leave it alone when you're a studio like that or a company like that. But so it was kind of
from what I'm hearing, they are back in other things, whether it be whatever. But Tom pushed for this because Tom's got a producer credit. It was one of the big things where, remember how Tom goes, we're not making it unless the script is great, and he was making all these hard stances. But then there was all this talk about how there were multiple things and people weren't really sure. It's because he loved this script and the other ideas that they were doing he didn't like.
Yeah.
And so that was why there was all this delays, because there was constantly back and forth.
Conflict. Yeah. And
Tom said he went and watched videos. He went through Reddit. He went through everything to see what fans were wanting. And so that's why we got a cloth suit. And that's why we got there's so much stuff from Tasm and stuff from...
Yeah, I've never had a problem with Tom's performance and like admiration for the character. It's always
Tom gets it.
He's always been the highlight. And it's just the issues with the Spider-Man movies have never been because of him. So when everyone goes, I don't like the Tom Holland movies, I'm like, don't put his name down. Don't do that. Let's just say I don't like the MCU Spider-Man.
And the funny thing is, like, I think Homecoming is great. And I think...
I don't mind. I like Homecoming. I think there's some standouts. I still think the best Spider-Man's been is Civil War.
I
Best
think that's
portrayal.
because he works so well as a side piece to be able to
Yeah.
like just dip in and out. Like I think the best Spider-Man we'd ever get is if he shows up in Daredevil season 2. If
I
he rocks
agree,
up,
yeah.
he'll rock up. He'll be on a mantelpiece.
I just hope they make him look like menacing and stuff.
Dude, like in that one dead with
yeah,
with that art, I
yeah.
can't remember the artist's name.
Show the duality of the character in other media, because then that would like really help.
Like, because we always see it from Peter's
Especially
perspective.
with
As soon as you get it from like,
Especially with the tone that Daredevil's going to have
yeah,
going forward. It's your perfect opportunity to show the darker side
yeah,
of Spider-Man.
just
And
with
that,
him
he
with
can be a bit
him
more
with Netflix lighting type shit. Like, oh Jesus.
Tom Holland Spider-Man with any good lighting. Period.
Dude, imagine Greg Fraser was
Bro, if we got like the perfect cast and team to work on a Spider-Man movie.
Matt Reeves Spider-Man.
Yeah, imagine they just like there wasn't all this freaking internal issues and they could just make a movie, creatively movie.
Yeah, give it a proper post-production cycle, because I know like everything that the director has said, I'm like, oh, swish. Oh, free. Like, you know, he's a Luca.
It'll be with it. I mean, it's pretty easy money. It'll be the best Spider-Man movie in the MCU.
Oh, yeah. So my thing is, so people will come to me and they'll go, hey, Charles, do you think this movie's going to be good? And I'll be like, it's going to be the best movie they can make within 18 months.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, what do you mean? I'm like, well, so they're, you know, the way they make the movies, that they start writing, they've got a date, and they're going to meet that date, which means automatically, well, it's not going to be, it's probably like the peak of like the Batman or a, you know, James Gunn movie or a standard movie like Project Hail Mary. They come out when they need to become, they come out.
Yeah.
And so Project Hail Mary, I think it's Drew Gordon. Drew Gordon is the guy's name. He wrote the script for 6 years.
Oh.
So he was like working on other things and stuff.
Doing
but
stuff.
he, you know, he's the guy who wrote season 1. I'm pretty sure it's the same guy who wrote season 1 of Daredevil.
Oh, that's that.
And so yeah, like he's gone off and done a lot of good things. I'm pretty sure it's the same guy, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, he said he's been working on this for 6 years.
Damn.
And so there were some parts that he was struggling with in condensing all the science stuff and getting it right. But then when he got it right, then you get Lord Miller and coming in, and then bang, you get a great movie. MCU doesn't do that.
No, well, clearly not. I mean, they have to just roll it out.
Yeah, and
they got schedules to meet. Like, it's all
one time they
predetermined.
don't, it just gets cancelled like fucking Blade properly. Like,
yeah,
and you're like,
literally.
okay,
or just
cool.
reshoot to hell like Doctor Strange.
But so with Spider-Man, thankfully, they did, because it's not on the Marvel slate, and because it's Spider-Man, literally just because it's Spider-Man, it means when he gets a date,
with the sole exception of Spider-Man,
right?
of course.
he goes, all right, I'm coming out July or whatever, and they go, yeah, July, I'm getting IMAX screens, and then you go, oh, okay,
yeah,
right, and without a China release, you can go, I can only make 2 billion, watch me, and no other superhero can do this, right?
Except Batman.
No, not even Batman, right? And
Batman might be able to do it?
Batman made $700 and something million, right?
Yeah.
And granted, it's a 3-hour crime drama that you can't take your kids through. And Spider-Man, it can be for kids, right? But Batman can't sometimes, and that's what. But things are. That's what you get when you're respecting artistic vision. Where Batman, they'd probably want to put make him blue and make him just so kid friendly, and Brave and Bold is probably going to be a lot closer.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, DCU Batman might be able to. Do
that. Right. But when you're like, this Batman is scary. This Batman is vengeance, who needs to learn that Batman is not to intimidate children, right?
Yeah.
But in the next movie, whether it be like Mr. Freeze may like freeze people to death. But
I hope so.
And we
I hope
so,
so,
right?
yeah.
But like there's a reason why this Spider-Man for the longest time has felt like Disney Channel Spider-Man, and it felt like it's held back.
Literally
punches,
is
right?
Disney Channel Spider-Man.
And then we get this movie, and I'm like, hey, this time. They delayed it until the script was ready.
Thank goodness.
And it's like, that feels good.
It does. And I know these are good things, but like, it's just so heartbreaking to think that like, this is what we have to ask for. This can't be the best.
We can't even ask for a 12
This can't be the standard.
Post-production.
What's going on? Like, how is like the biggest superhero of all time being
able to have script delays?
Yeah.
like really?
Should that not be the norm?
Can't all superheroes that? Nah.
Nah.
They just start shooting.
It's just so silly.
It's like, what if the shoot's wrong? They signed the actors' contract so they can have them for 6 months to have reshoots if they needed.
Yeah.
But that's really, really expensive and dumb. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the visual effects will look shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your reasoning?
Black Panther won an Oscar.
Oh my god.
You're like, for score, yeah.
Yeah.
It counts.
It counts, yeah.
Anyway,
Oh,
that's
jeez
we can't even go a whole segment where we don't shit on Marvel, but
I love. It's
it's because we love it so much.
I
We're
love
just
Marvel.
frustrated, right?
I'm just over it. I'm sick and I'm tired.
Question,
And I'm just.
Leon, who's Sadie Sink playing in Spider-Man 4?
I don't know.
You
I'm
don't,
not sure. I have tried to stay away from as much as I can. The only
because
thing
there
I've
is
really-
nothing leaked.
Okay, right. I mean,
It's just speculation from
she could play
now.
whoever. Yeah.
Like she's a redhead.
I mean, yeah. I mean, most
similar age
people are
to
probably
Peter.
gonna like say MJ, but like,
Well, no, that gets into dangerous territory if you're gonna say she's playing MJ when we have an MJ.
yeah. Stranger things have happened.
That's your fucking worst thing. Skirts near a right wing talking point, and then dives into fucking shit humor. Okay, Jake
Oh,
Gyllenhaal.
that was fine. What do you mean?
I forget that you're not online, and so you haven't heard that joke a million times. Just
Even if I have heard that joke a million times, I'd probably still find it funny.
cool. All right, if you generally know nothing,
No, feel free to share.
it's
I
just
don't mind.
I
genuinely just I knew she was in the movie, and that's as
it's
much as
just
I've
a
left it.
redhead, and there are two redhead mind readers in the MCU,
Jean Grey.
Jean Grey
Yeah.
and
Who's the other one?
Typhoid Mary or something like that.
Don't
She's
know.
a dual. She's I think technically in the Daredevil show, which is where it's like you're gonna have to retcon that character because
yeah.
she's a telepath where she can control people, but she's not as good at the dual personality thing.
Which is weird because you've also got Jessica Jones and Daredevil. Had to deal with that kind of in like
A little bit. That's
Season
more.
one.
That's. Granted, they're like. I don't think that if they were to say no to this, they wouldn't because of that.
yeah.
But I think she's in the original Daredevil show. It's been a while since I watched it. I think she's in season 2 because she's
Right.
connected to the hand. And so if you're doing the hand in the movie,
Well, that's it. I was like, is that the hand or is it?
I think it's the hand.
I hope it is.
So you
Because
get-
then you get some Daredevil
So we have
crossover, which is
we have
needed.
Punisher, Daredevil,
Yeah.
Punisher in the movie, the hand in the movie,
I want my street tears together. That's what I
potentially
want.
the mayor
Yeah.
or someone. What's that going on? Is she the mayor?
Fiska's got to show up, right? at
No, but
some
like-
stage as well.
But like, there's rights issues, and
Yeah.
why is she who's second? Like, have they spoiled Daredevil? Like,
you know, there's also the chance that she's a completely original character.
no, wait,
Sadie
Singh. I'm like,
yeah.
the-
no,
what?
no, no, no.
The assistant to
about
the
Sadie
to
Singh. I'm talking about
Fisk. I'm
Sadie
like,
Singh.
that's
Yeah.
really odd. But yeah, so giving to the key to the city to Spider-Man, right? So that's 3 Daredevil characters.
Mm.
Just makes you think like, oh, geez.
Do we know the runtime?
No.
Has that come out?
I don't
yet?
think they
No.
know.
I hope it's long. I really hope it's a long movie.
I want it 2:30. If it's 2:30, I might just go. Whoa.
Anything over 2, I'm happy. I think.
I don't think it's gonna have a mandate at 2 like other movies have had.
Yeah. Just looking at the MCU overall, I just hope it is able to be longer than majority of the movies.
Yep.
So.
But I think we're gonna talk about the actual peak trailer.
Yeah, the movie that will be in contention for movie of the year.
Yeah.
The round off to the trilogy.
Because the listener guy, he got our attention.
Bro was not happy with the Oscar performance.
So he locked in.
He locked in. and
Locked in,
decided-
right?
Yeah, I got backups. I got backups on backups.
So this is the cinematographer of Saltburn and La La Land, and
Looks good.
and genuinely looks fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I love the color theory of all of the radicals, like in the rain on Arrakis.
Yes.
With the orange, they've got the orange for the radicals and stuff that that look like they're praying to Alia, which is awesome. But then Chani is in blue, and she's got the blue headband on and everything. So it looks like the entire movie is going to basically be a fight for Paul's soul,
Yeah.
and whether it's going to be, you know, everything that he felt and he represents with Chani, with everything that he stands for, with
His duality of the character.
and everything.
Because there is 2 halves of him now.
Yeah.
You know, you've got the Atreides side and you've got, you know, the Fremen side.
And I just can't wait for them to really, like, I've had talk, and granted, one of the people that I've had this debate with is going to listen to this. When talking about Paul and him starting a jihad, like on the galaxy, and the Holy War and the ramifications of it, and diving really headfirst. We're skipping like what, 15 years or so. Like, this is,
It's big.
I'm genuinely, this would be de facto movie of the year if the Odyssey wasn't right here. The Odyssey is the story of all time. Like when you ask what is a story, you go the Odyssey. Like, and it's Nolan too.
Yeah.
Ludwig
I hear what you're
Göransson
saying.
doing the
I know.
score.
I'm aware. It will be a very good movie.
But holy shit, I have the trailer music on my Spotify.
Oh, you do? Yeah.
Yeah, and for
It's
Paul,
on TikTok every 2 seconds for me. Everyone's using
and
it.
it's funny like how people doing Frank Herbert would be so disappointed, but like it's like everyone knows like it is propaganda where like everyone's like doing the whole
It's
thing.
the same thing as the Helldivers thing, where it's like,
Or Eren Yeager.
yeah, you're aware of it, but like it's just fun to banner around
To
it.
join in, I'm like, yeah,
as a joke. Like,
I'm part of the cult. Let's go,
Yeah.
Paul. What crimes we doing?
Yeah, for
like
real.
we ride at dawn.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
Oh,
I
I was gonna say something else with it. You gonna say something?
I will say it's just it's crazy to think how close it is. Like we're so close to the finale of this trilogy, and I remember just coming out of the cinema of Dune 1 and just being like, oh, wait, I'm so worried but excited like at the same time for the next 2 movies, and then we sat down, had the event for the second movie, and it was like, somehow it's even better.
Yeah, and we unfortunately the day is gonna have a skid mark on it most likely. No,
Well, Jack was saying he's more excited for Avengers than he is Dune, which I am just mind boggled by that.
is he okay? Like what?
Well, he did just recently watch all of the MCU, so I think it's recency bias.
Look, I'm going to go in clean for Avengers. I'm not going to go in with this bias. It's more so for the podcast.
I'm just
right?
excited for Thunderbolts too.
It's funny as.
That's what I'm excited for.
Look, it's so hard. Like that movie was going to come out with an under 12 month from when they were shooting to when it was coming out, and I'm like, no. Like I just said,
it'll be a great day, even if
the day will be great.
Doomsday is bad
because we're going as a big group of friends. I potentially got another group of friends who are actually going to go.
I've got a few groups who are going to want to come. I'm thinking you and I might have to. Should we co-host something? Should we co-host the event?
It's just the IMAX. You need tickets to. It depends if we're doing it on the Thursday or on the Saturday.
It'd have to be a Saturday, right?
Are you? Because CJ is like, I want to. I'm
taking the day off, so.
So am I if I'm doing it during the week. So it depends. I would love to do it Saturday, but I don't think everyone's going to wait till a Saturday.
We might have to do the release. Yeah, we'll talk about it off podcast.
Yeah, but I like Jesse. Jesse. Oh, you're gonna meet him. He's gonna be so good. You're gonna love him, right? He's a big manga person, right?
Okay.
Yeah. You're gonna love Jesse, right? Short though, but like you gotta love him. Yeah, but it's that group. I was gonna say, the same YouTuber that I just I think his name's Calder. When he's the guy that I got the color space stuff from.
Yeah.
He picked it out and was doing all the theory. He's like the Dune YouTuber that I love, or content creator that I love on TikTok. And he also made not a prediction, about like 4 months ago. He did a video on where he wanted Hans Zimmer to take the score.
Yeah.
Very specific thing. He said the music of Dune Part 1 is all female. It's all this the Bene Gesserit. So all the orchestra, all everything, right? It's all this woman's voice in Paul's head.
Yeah.
And it's a driving thing for the movie, a motherhood.
Yeah.
It's the entire point of the first Dune, right? Whereas in Dune Part 2, there is this underlying male chant and male voice that's deep within the score at the very core.
Yeah.
While the female voice starts to become more louder and more kind of ferocious, that male voice is sneaking in and kind of infecting it like a symbiote type thing, right?
Yeah.
And he said, the only direction I can see the score going forward is if in the final movie of this trilogy, when Paul is now the realized, I'm gonna fuck up the word, but the Karazak Haderach, right? The full prophecy that is come forward, the Messiah himself, the choir has to be male-led. It has to be almost Paul's voice. Now, asking an actor to be a part of the score is very rare, and outside of musicals, it's basically never done. However, as we've seen with this marketing tool for Marty Supreme, he's got the fucking chords.
Yeah, he's got it.
And so what do we see in the trailer? That he is leading the choir as well as everything else, and it's more of a war chant.
He's steering the ship,
and his voice being the absolute, like, if that is the core like melodic language the movie's going to use, Oh, fucking hell. Calder called it back 4 months ago.
He's on it.
And now we're seeing it potentially in the movie. And
Yeah.
obviously, I don't know what happens in the movie. But
Yeah.
the narrative impact of when we're talking about the duality, holy shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like-
it really has the potential to be one of the best film trilogies.
Yeah.
The only thing
I have
stopping
nothing
it
else.
is Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is the only thing.
I'm not gonna lie, I gotta do a Lord of the Rings rewatch.
You really do, because Return of the King is it's just one of the best movies ever made.
I'm just sitting here going, I don't think I think Dune might just go.
I think
"Thank you."
see, it's rare that a trilogy in this modern age
Yeah.
could come out to rival Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Because for a long time, it kind of looked like nothing would ever be better than Lord of the Rings.
I think in
terms
the
of
lead up, we're gonna
trilogy.
do I'll need so before Dune comes out. I promise here on the pod, I will rewatch this year Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
You can come over if you want to watch it with me, right?
I always am down to rewatch Lord of the Rings.
I'll rewatch it. I'll do reviews on my Letterboxd and place them in my top 100 because obviously they're going to place in my top 100.
Yep.
They've dibsed. I've had them sitting in like 70, 71, 72 just because I'm like, they're going to be here somewhere. I don't know where.
Yeah.
But we'll see because I think when we do the Dune episode beforehand, we'll do a ranking of trilogies.
Yeah.
And we'll do trilogies.
Oh, can we count some movies that aren't trilogies and turn them into trilogies like Pirates of the Caribbean? Can I treat that as a trilogy?
Yeah.
Okay,
But like,
yes.
so for example, like the Cornetto trilogy would count.
Yeah, all right. Sweet.
Well, granted, we're not going to rank all trilogies ever, but I don't think Pirates is going to rank up in the top 10 trilogies of all time.
No, your Godfather's probably going to be up there for you, right?
Yeah, I've got to watch the third one because I don't know it's not good. I had it spoiled when I was like 9, so I never. The drive to watch it has been like low, and they did a.
I was just you saying Pirates isn't going to be up there. I think someone's calling. I think Christian's ringing my phone.
I've got my phone turned off. He has an omniscient voice of just like he wakes up like a Winter Soldier, like
yeah, exactly.
you know, he's already on the train now.
He's on his way over,
and
I just hear the theme of Winter Soldier playing.
Yeah.
You gotta get out of here, man.
So that's covered that stuff, but we're at an hour 47.
Oh
And
my.
speaking of 47, the 47-minute episode of JoJo released.
Oh my goodness, nice. That was clean. That was clean.
So Steel Ball Run, Leon, what did you think?
Steel Ball Run. Oh my goodness, it covered so much. Holy,
10 chapters in a page.
I was like, oh. I got to the end of the episode. I was like, I didn't read too much further. It's like,
You only read like the first 11 chapters. I thought you got more.
no, I did. Well, yeah, I did. But like to have one episode
Yeah.
make that much ground, I was like,
So
I was flabbergasted.
to start off, I've been keeping up on Twitter and I've been seeing everything they've been cutting.
Yes.
And genuinely, some of it, I'm a little devastated because they're not gonna cover it. So, for example, there's a page where Poco Loco shit is flung up,
yes.
and it goes into some people's mouths
So
and everything.
funny. Oh my
but
god.
then like he's looking over, and then like a girl's like
Yeah.
blouse starts coming off, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god, I am lucky!" And like there's like multiple things happening. Like and
Yeah.
it's like
It's very condensed, the anime, and I think it does a great job of just having
these are the
what's
characters fall in
needed.
love with
These are the
them,
characters. It's the introduction. It's a banging start.
and then slow down afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, and I as much as I am upset about the lost detail of the manga. It's kind of been the same with other JoJo parts as well, where like a lot of detail for the sake of animation.
Especially at the start. I
Yeah.
hear the start is what always just has the most changes.
Yeah,
Like part 5 is mostly anime original at the start with Giorno.
Yeah. and I think Zappelli was just my goodness, so good. Seeing him like in movement, was
I was jaw struck. I was like,
oh, he's so goated. He's that guy. Diego, my goat. Finally talk about him finally.
I just want to say they are doing Sandman later, and so everything that's cut there, which is the entire like basically first chapter, everything with him, which I haven't read, but I know obviously I knew he started off, and they're gonna come back to him later.
Yeah.
I'm scared they're gonna butcher his stuff up with the way the world is right now. That the pages in the manga compared to what is aired in the subtitles and what is said in the dub, where Sandman in the sequence where he's joining the race in the manga is very much, this is a white man's race, this is a white man's white man's sport, white man's money. I want that money. So it's very much him going against the establishment and against it's very much a commentary on the race and him. It's his land, everything that's been taken away from him, and I'm so excited for them to dive into the backstory that leads up to that bit. But they don't say that. They very much deliberately neuter the language more so about wanting it's very neutralized. And
yeah, it is a bit.
and
They
I'm
do pull their punches.
and I'm scared that like they already did it in part 6 where
Mm.
when Poochie calls the clan on Weather Report, which is
Yeah.
so much worse than calling racists. The clan is such striking imagery. The fact that like Poochie would do that, when I found that out, I'm like, oh, that's so much of a more of an unforgivable thing.
Yeah.
Because in my head, when I watched it, right, because you know, I know how to analyze a story, right? I'm like, oh, he caught a bunch of white men who knew they had issues with people of color, so they didn't know they would take it that far potentially, right?
Yeah.
When it's the clan, there is no gray area where it's like, oh, maybe they'll just send in a little word. No,
Mm.
they're gonna do what they did.
Yeah.
And so for me, it actually takes away from that moment in part 6.
Well, that's it. I still, as much as I really enjoyed the episode, the manga it's still better.
And I think it's gonna
And it's
like it's still Bull Run.
It's probably gonna
It's the
probably
second
gonna
best,
be like
highest
that.
rated manga of all time.
Yeah, it's gonna be very difficult. And I didn't think I was gonna have an issue with the horses after like the trailer was really upsetting, but wow, just
They were
seeing.
fine, I thought.
I don't want it to be fine, Charles. I want it to be good.
No, but like they were
they-
were
they-
fine throughout the most of
were
it, and
okay.
then there was spectacular during some moments they needed to. So like when
Yeah, the moments that they were spectacular is like what I would want consistently. It's just very difficult to
Yeah.
do, but the 3D does distract me a lot, and it does kind of like Invincible, like the same way I'm like, oh,
no,
when
don't
Invincible
do not compare it to
is the
Invincible.
same
No,
way
no,
I
no,
look
no,
at the
no,
horse
no,
and
no,
go,
no, 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 no,
"Ugh."
no. Come
Like,
on, we can't go there.
JoJo, it's better than Invincible, but it's worse than JJK and Frieren.
But JoJo has never
in the
been
middle.
JoJo or Frieren. Ever.
No, and
But
I get that, but it doesn't mean I don't want it to strive to reach
no.
that. You know what I mean?
I understand that, but it's almost like and I saw someone talk about like JoJo has never been a Sagara show where like the boards are what stands out. Like you watch it for the amazing
Yeah, and I get that, but I don't think it needs to remain as such. Like JoJo's been coming out for a long time now.
Yeah.
The anime specifically, the manga's been around for God knows how long, and so the anime's been ongoing for quite some time.
Yeah.
And yes, I agree that it hasn't been of those standards, but as the standard
the
continues
character
to
models are so good, and the
yeah,
emotion.
well that's it. The art on display is so fantastic, and like I just want it to get to that caliber where it can be. I can undoubtedly go, JoJo's is like the anime you got to watch. Like it is of the same quality of these other top dogs, and has a even wackier and more creative narrative than you could ever even imagine.
This is the best. All right, ready? Actually, I need to make sure I do it. Ready? All right, Leon. I think without a doubt, Steel Ball Run is the best first episode out of any JoJo part so far.
Yeah, I'd agree to that.
Cool.
Except
You say part 2?
I was gonna say part 2.
Yeah.
Part 2's
fine.
opening. It's so
That's when
good.
when he
It's
pulls
so
out the
good.
Tommy gun and the
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Okay, Smokey. Ah! It is in characterizing Joseph Joestar, and it's also only 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have an extra
Sure.
27 minutes that just
But
Steel Ball Run does.
I think every JoJo part has started off poorly.
I think if I take the first 2 episodes to like make it a bit more fair
Cool.
of part 2, I'm putting them on equal caliber at the moment with Steel Ball Run. Because like you said, there are things that are cut out, the lack of detail.
Mm-hmm.
The things that are the highlight are Johnny and Jono. I mean, not Jono.
The fact that I like so many of these characters, like there's like 7 characters I can say honestly that I already really like.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah.
like, I'm looking at Diego. I'm like, I already think he's so cool.
He's so cool.
I'm
He
already-
gets so much cooler.
I'm
as
like,
well.
He is so cool. Poco Loco, I'm like, he might be the best character in the show. What the fuck? He is so. I woke up late.
I can't stand him, but I love him, but I can't stand him.
But,
He's so,
dude, I saw the thing with like LeBron where he's like this, and it's like Poco Loco has woken up late for the Steel Ball Run, and then he comes fourth or something, and it's like
he nearly wins it.
I'm like,
In the first leg of the race, he's nearly there,
and he's
done it.
looking up to Johnny like, oh, where are we going? Oh, we're going that way.
I'm excited for I think the next 3 episodes, I'm really excited to talk about on the pod and see like what you think of like the power system in Steel Ball Run.
Yeah.
Is the culmination and evolution of everything that's come before with the reset. And I'm just so excited to talk about it with you.
Yeah. I'm trying to stay away. I'm really, there's actually a lot of cuts that I'm really annoyed about that I do know. Like they, I guess this is a spoiler. Let's just talk about stuff that should have been there. That might.
Well, the show's out, so like we're not gonna see it. So
No.
unless
So okay. So there's this thing they cut the conference in like 14 minutes into the episode. They have the big conference.
yeah,
That is half as long than it is in the manga, and there's a bunch of exposition there. But one of the reporters asks, and this is a spoiler. I'm like just giving you a warning. You might need to skip maybe like a minute or two. They ask like it's like Steven Steele, right? They go like, "Hey, your girlfriend is 14. What the fuck?"
yeah,
And then they move on, right? But it's established that's a 14-year-old that he's married to, because they keep making point that he's married to this person, right?
yeah.
And obviously she looks young. But
He's not a right in that individual.
yeah, but like,
Yeah.
and granted, I've seen JoJo fans make jokes about, no, he's doing it, and there's a bunch of jokes, right? And I'm like, cool, they're fine and everything. But and now I'm watching the anime, and I'm now entering this space. I'm like, cool, I'm ready to start this arc, and you're already like, wait a minute, now I know information that the anime hasn't said, but very clearly that's a young person.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just wanted to flag that because it's very much in the manga, and the reporter asks.
My only thing, yeah, because we only have one episode, I'm wondering that they might restructure certain things, and
Like a reporter asks another time, and it's a bit slower.
in the next episode, because I get if you're trying to introduce all of it in like one big episode, the manga is so text heavy, it's insane. Like the flow of this episode was really good. Like they only kept a lot of necessity, and the pacing is just my biggest worry about Steel Ball Run. Initially, the opening was just it's a bit of a slog. If like at least there's just so much exposition given, and like you're starting from scratch essentially. You have like references and stuff to like prior, series. Like it's an ongoing series, but Steel Ball Run, for every intents and purpose, is fresh. It's new. It's a whole new setting, new cast of characters.
If it was any other show, you could start here, except don't.
You don't.
Keep going.
Yeah. And so because of that, when I was reading, I was like, it's just like walls of text nearly. Like so much exposition is given, and so much dialogue that they cut down on tremendously amongst a bunch of races that we don't even see. Like, there's so many people on horseback that are riding in the race that
don't get mentioned.
Don't get mentioned or shown really.
Well, because like I saw in the manga, like Johnny's like fighting for attention, and like his first panel is him in the background, and then like he's like really small, trying like, guys, can I have room. And I saw someone that said like the purpose of Johnny in the manga in this point is that because he doesn't have and I was talking to Jake today about it.
Yeah.
And he said a criticism. At first he said something that was slightly I disagreed with his interpretation of.
Yeah.
Which was he said that he didn't like Johnny because it felt like he was crippled, and then suddenly he's only entering the race because he's obsessed with gyro and his ball, right? And I'm like, I think it's a little deeper and more nuanced than that, right? So he gets crippled, and granted, my subtitle isn't really working, so I don't know if it was a week or a month before he gets crippled, or how it is because the subtitle wasn't working. But let's say it's a month, right? His whole life was that he's an amazing horse rider. He was the best. Everyone was like, he had all this attention, and he had all this glamour, and he would skip a line because he could, right?
Yeah.
And then once he lost that horse riding ability, that's all anyone cared for him for, and that's all anyone valued for him for. So when he's in the hospital alone with everyone else who's just hurt or has a disease or anything, he was alone and had lost everything. So when he touches that ball, his life went from it's basically I'm fucking miserable to holy shit, this guy can make me walk again.
Yeah.
The power and the mysticism of these balls has genuinely taken his psyche over, and now he feels like he's got a chance in entering this race to get his life back.
It's not like Zuko and his honor with his father.
Right. And everything with this race is now
he's going to chase down the steel ball.
Yeah.
And that's Steel Ball Run.
Right.
And
it's
in the title.
And so this ball is now like the manifestation of like his drive, but he still lacks urgency of a protagonist.
Yeah.
And so I hear my friend Jake's criticism. I just thought this is a little bit like, okay, how we got here. Me personally, my interpretation was different. So like, look, I disagree. That's my interpretation. But because Gyro is also a protagonist, he's taken up what would be the kind of the hook of why the race is what it is, right? The same way Giorno in part 5 gives everything we need to with the Mafia in that first episode or two, right? And you get the fight with Charity in episode 2. This is where you get the dual protagonist where, Johnny right now, a little undeveloped, but it's kind of, we'll get there.
I'd argue they're both very undeveloped.
Sure, but I
Yeah.
think because they're splitting up.
They're splitting the focus.
You get the emotional core with
Johnny,
Johnny,
and
but
then
you get the no narrative hook. For as in with like the same way with Mafioso. Then
Yeah.
with Gyro, you get all the aura, you get all the moments, you get the active, you get the agency where we're following him into this race.
Yeah.
He's that.
He's our lead.
Where the manga was Sandman, and
Yeah.
so there's all this interplay that I think you got to take note. Where at the moment there are absolutely these weak pillars.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to hope episode 3 and 4, or 2, 3, 4,
as it goes, we'll see how
then
it progresses and such.
kind of build everything.
Yeah.
Overall, soundtrack slaps.
Yeah, soundtracks. JoJo always slaps in that regard.
Yeah, it's actually funny because I remember watching part 6 and I was like, maybe halfway through, I'm like, the season score's not the best. It wasn't until I got to the last third where maybe like on the album, 7 songs in a row might be the best JoJo songs. Period. It goes from like, yeah, it's fine. Like you got like suspense, you got tension.
I'm not gonna act like I know them by title, but yeah,
but like they're fine. And then you get Clockworks, I can't remember all of them in the row, but it's literally all of them in a row. I'm like, okay, this is genuinely like some of the best music in anime all in a row. All right, I'm here.
Yes, that.
I am a little fearful though that while the main theme to this season has already played it multiple times and it slaps, it goes so hard. I don't think it has the versatility of part 3 or 5.
Well, that's it. I think we might get more. I think we're gonna get some more.
So you know in part 4 where they have obviously the main version of it, but then it has like just the guitar version where it's just like the dun, dun,
I think we'll get variations and such that'll help.
I really need that because every other JoJo has mastered it. I'd be really sad if Gyro and Johnny didn't get more personalized things separate from the main theme, where it's just that's the Steel Ball Run theme. Maybe they then get more.
Yeah, no, we'll wait and see. Yeah, because I think that will be the case. One thing small, but I really liked the intermission ad break animations. I thought they were really cool.
Steel Ball Run. Yeah, I thought
it was really cool. That's something with JoJo. I hope that never goes away because it's just so JoJo.
Yeah,
I'm like, this is needed. Like, I need my little intermission. Like,
this feels just like the equivalent of prestiging in like COD or something. Like, where it's just like all right, we're back, we're here, but.
Yeah, you thought we were gone,
and you have back. All of this like, I don't know. It feels premium, like JoJo Premium, JoJo Plus.
JoJo Plus. I do hope if you do ever have the time after finishing this season of the anime, if you potentially read Steel Ball Run.
I need to read, especially after chapter 30 when he changes from Shonen Jump, whatever manga, to the Senate magazine that he joined.
Yeah.
Because I'm reading this and I'm reading, granted, because we've talked about wanting to write our own comics and manga.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm probably going to go back all the way to part 1 and probably read
it.
Yeah,
I mean, if you get the chance to read it all,
it's a rocky, right?
Yeah.
For me, he's probably one of the best artists on the planet, period. Yeah. There's a reason he's in the Louvre. But also, I'm reading part 8. I'm not waiting.
Yeah, it'd probably be a better experience to do it like that anyway.
Yeah, so.
Especially if you get to read the whole story and then...
Tap out. Yeah. I had to wait like 18 months for Steel Ball Run.
I will say
that is so not fair.
JoJo is one of the toughest mangas I've had to read, and just like with how much text there can be.
You should read Hunter x Hunter.
There's a reason I've put that off for so long. I tried once. And I will eventually, but yeah, it is text heavy, but it's still masterfully written in a lot of ways. So, but the anime is a lot more digestible. I think in the anime, which is great for first time fans, and then hop into the manga, as anime should be. Yeah,
the fact that it's not weekly, JoJo not being weekly might be the most painful and insulting thing that's ever been done to me personally. Like, I feel like
you only got into JoJo in like the last year or two.
Yeah, that's why when I said that before that I had to wait 18 months for this. Like, Steel Ball Run fans have been waiting since 2004.
Yeah,
and I'm sitting here going, I have to wait 18 months for this. I
finished to wait 18 months.
Yeah, quite literally, it's been like 18 months, maybe like
oh my goodness,
maybe 14 months, and I'm like, guys, I finished part 6. Why isn't part 7 been announced?
Yeah,
and here, like, everyone else going, you fucking, we've waited 4 years for them to announce it, and I'm like, yeah, but like, I've done part 6. That means part 7 should be
on the way. Yeah,
I went on a roll where I like got into anime and. I caught up on Attack on Titan. I'm like, oh, this is great. oh, is a new part starting? Oh, it's midway through. I guess I'll start watching. And it was during the rumbling, during like I started like the episode.
That's right, you did,
The
yeah.
episode I caught up to was when Eren broke all the walls, and then like the bounty titan broke through. And I mentioned in the chat, I'm like, all right, Eren's a big whale now. I'm like up to there. Pretty sick. I'm gonna rewatch the show, right?
Yeah,
so
I
that's
started watching like right towards the end of season 3.
yeah. So that's where like because everyone's been waiting, and so I get
Yeah.
all that in one go, binge,
Big
boom,
swoop,
straight.
yeah.
And then I go, I'm gonna watch Vinland Saga, and I watched season 1 of Vinland Saga. That was awesome. The next week, season 2 comes out.
So lucky.
I
You're
watched
so
Demon
lucky.
Slayer. I catch up. When's it start? 2 weeks late. Not deliberate. It's just I've got friends,
Yeah.
and like I'm like, cool, I'll watch this. And then I'm like, oh, this is great. JoJo, I only have to wait like a year or two, like
Yeah.
18 months to get new. There was other ones where like I just start. I think they were the big ones, right? It was Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, and Vinland Saga.
Yeah.
But what else did I watch that was like normally people have had to wait ages.
JJK was one of them.
Oh yeah, so I start JJK, and then I'm like, oh, granted that was season 2 had started airing when I
Yeah, it had, but like you were able to like join in on the hype as it was happening.
yeah. So basically, what happened? You got me into it, and then I start watching. And it was up to I think Nanami's death was that week.
Yeah.
And so I'm watching, and then I like caught up, and it was like Nanami had just died. I'm like, oh, and you're like, yeah, that came out like yesterday. I'm like, oh, dang, right? And so then I'm like, cool, right? But then I finished season 2, and then I pick up the manga that month, and it had just it was up to like 240, 245. So we got the last segment of the podcast, right? We'll just cut right straight into here.
Yeah, Boruto came out this week, and it was a big chapter, and like most Boruto chapters are, but this one really, really, we're in a bit of a predicament because we got 2 heavy hitters out. They're gone.
Things are dire.
Yeah, things are very dire. Sarada's out for the count.
So do you want to just recap what happens in this chapter of Boruto, Leon?
So-
Chapter 32.
So Shikamaru's plan goes off. You know, we get the guy's name that I'm forgetting of, one of the alien tree dudes, the one that can
I don't
multiply.
remember his name. Yeah, the multiplication dude.
I do know it, but it's not coming to me. They lure him into the spot with using the bait that is Ada. You know, that's who he's after. And so they lure them in. They get all the heavy hitters: Boruto, Kawaki, Sarada.
They have 4
all
ults ready to go.
Yeah, all converge and just take out this threat. Except Sarada, unconscious, bleeding from the eyes, out. That Mangekyo Sharingan, it's too much. You know, she's gone. Boruto's grabbed her in a panic, like, oh shit, Sarada, you know, he's out as well. He's worried about Sarada. And then Kawaki's body breaks down on him. Fraud alert.
Yeah.
Fraud alert. I've been waiting for this. You can't just keep getting juiced up and then just expect.
Are you a Kawaki hater?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. No, I like Kawaki as a character, but
Yeah.
I love slandering Kawaki.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
I'm still new. I'm still I'll play it on. I'm still a
And so now the only thing stopping this threat is Damon, which is arguably near top of the verse right now, and it kind of ends off on him getting ready to rumble. So I'm really excited to see in the next chapter what Damon's capable of.
but I think, you know, as good as this chapter is, it makes me again go, why isn't one of the strongest characters in the verse here? I'm sorry to have to do this. Where's Sakura? Where's even Tsunade? Where's Kakashi? These characters that you know, they're
It
not.
continues to be an issue, and I don't think we're gonna, especially with this arc.
I'm
here,
sorry
it's
though.
not gonna
It's the leaf getting attacked, and I know we had a whole segment when we talked about like they could be off somewhere else. I think that's too much. You know, what was it, the something in the sky, like just
Look,
dreams and.
As much as I love, the optimist in me is like, Sakura will come swooping in next episode and help
It
out
just doesn't make sense for her not
for
to
her
be
daughter.
here, though.
You know, she'll help her daughter out, and
Like she still has like one of the high, like probably the strongest punch in the verse, and like she can literally like scaling wise,
yeah,
because she doesn't scale to obviously Byron mode, but
she's still up there. She'll still be able to provide aid.
she's the strongest classic character there is besides Shikamaru, right?
Yeah.
She would be like number 2 in that regard, and I'm sorry, it's becoming a larger thing. I'm like, where, granted,
Yeah.
everything here, it's fine. It's just
You
again,
know, the
it's
new
another.
characters. I get why Sakura is not forefront. I just wish she was there to some capacity. I don't need her
Yeah.
to be the Deus Ex Machina to save the day.
Yeah.
But I just want her present in the fight. I don't need her taking the limelight or anything like that, but
Her daughter's nearly
her
dead.
being present would be all I ask for.
Yeah.
She doesn't have to do the big punch or help combat wise, but if she's present at least, then we can have her reaction, and it's more of a character intimacy between Sarada and more character interplay and such.
Like, how would she react to Sarada being blind?
And seeing Boruto again.
Right, like killing
Yeah.
Naruto, like that's a
Yeah,
big thing.
Sasuke went off. Her husband went off with this fugitive.
See, like,
Yeah, and her daughter,
you're making this worse, bro.
and her daughter like swears black and blue by him and such, and like she, for all we know, she thinks Boruto's done these heinous things and such. We're yet to see her perspective on it.
I'm really starting it hard. You're making it. You just made it a lot worse. I'm planning on doing a Boruto video, and now I'm like, it's quickly changed to you're wrong about Boruto
the
because
Sarada problem. I mean, not the Sarada.
No,
the Sakura problem.
the
in
Sakura,
Boruto.
yeah. Like, I'm not
And
lying.
the absence of Sakura is actively making the series worse.
Literally, like,
How funny is that?
I'm sitting here going,
Most people are like, yes, no Sakura. Meanwhile, I need Sakura back in the story.
it's getting to a point where I'm like, did I misread this? Is this my comprehension issue of why she's not here? Because I'm just like, she is the missing piece of making this like a great gripping thing, because like she's the only parent kind of missing here on this piece.
Well, that's it, right?
It's like almost like he's planning something. Ikimoto's planning something, and I'm struggling to think when that can happen, because I'm sorry, things are going to go wrong.
I think other than the Sakura problem that we're talking about, my biggest issue with this chapter is that things are meant to be dire, but Damon's broken. Like, he's so strong that I'm
they
like,
don't have killing intent though.
I get that, but they might have killing intent against Damon, but he doesn't. Damon is an obstacle, right?
Yeah.
So like any attack that comes Damon's way just gets reflected, and I hope the ability has some flaw that we find out next
hope
chapter.
it's not just like Michelangelo flaw where it's just like if you fight against someone of the way the drunken hand, or like that, like the drunken.
It's like Taco Bell, where he doesn't realize his
yeah,
abilities.
if it's like that, I'm generally gonna go, really.
Yeah,
That's how you
that's
just
how you get around it.
Oh, he duplicates so much that he's so dumb that it's basically like an animal. Animals don't have like this is like if that is really how they get around it. Ass.
Yeah, actual ass. But Boruto's not actually out of the fight yet. He's just like tending to Sarada.
Okay, but if he's just going to come in and aura farm his way through this fight, like I'm going to quickly turn, like Leon.
Yeah, I look. Next chapter has a lot of heavy lifting to do. They've kind of put themselves into a predicament here, both narratively and outside of the narrative.
Because like someone almost needs to like kind of die, like how like
something has to happen to make it like.
It's been like 4 chapters in a row of like things are not looking good, and when you're 33 chapters in, 40 pages monthly.
Yeah, this has gone on a lot. Like this moment that's happening within the village has gone on a lot longer than I thought it would.
Like the tension's dropping. It almost like someone needs to kind of get like lose a limb or something. Right?
Well, I do think that he's going to be successful in capturing Ada. I don't think Ada is going to stay safe. I think they're going to get her. Because you need to get rid of her ability. Otherwise, it's just 2 hacks for the Shikamaru and everyone. And Kwaki. Like, you need to
too easy, right?
You need to take her out of the story. But, like, you can keep her in. But
whatever.
Her being sealed or, like, turned into
How do you fix the Boruto thing?
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let Ikimoto do his thing, I guess.
I don't know. It's just like, it's really hard to go like, what's on the page is fine. It's what's not there. And like, I've been defending Boruto hard, and now I'm like, I need to hide a little bit.
I need to hide a little bit. I still think it's big, but I think it could be better.
It's just,
It definitely could be better.
I binged it all, and I went from like, oh, this is a 9. This is straight gas. This is fire. No issues. To now, like, reading chapter, I'm like, oh, now
it's dropping.
Now this is
McQueen's fading.
Yeah, like, I'm literally like, oh, this is, I'm really worried.
Yeah. Which is valid. Very valid. Yeah, that's all my thoughts really on it. I mean, we don't get an awful lot this chapter.
No.
It's kind of short, so.
But it's good. But, we actually show up. If you type in Boruto Blue Vortex.
Oh, for real?
Our podcast episode is like one of the first things to show up when you search.
Consistently talking about Boruto, kind of stealing the name slightly.
So we might be able to get, if we do some Boruto dedicated episodes, we might be more so like just get a Boruto following, which would be great.
Nice.
I would love to be able to just speak positively to make sure I don't scare them off. Because if they come and just go, Sakura's not here.
More Boruto, hey.
No Sakura. Like, guys, I'm not like.
Yeah, we're not in any good camp of the fandom right
It's
now,
kinda
are we? We're
pissing
kind of
people
doing our
off.
own thing.
To speak positively about Boruto, I find it fucking hilarious that Spider-Man Brand New Day is just the plot of Boruto Blue Vortex, and everyone's praising it when I'm like, Boruto's right here. It's the exact same plot. Oh, wait a minute. Everyone doesn't know who he is, and they think he's the enemy and everything, and all that kind of thing. And then he has to reform
He's
these
just alone and
relationships,
such, yeah.
and it's about how like he's able to save the day while still no one knows him. And
Well, that's it, right? Do you think MJ in the Spider-Man movie is going to have a modicum of knowledge or like a feeling?
well, she knows that she loves
The same
Spider-Man.
way, the same way Sarada has that feeling towards Boruto. But I mean, no, I know Sarada knows
Yeah,
the
yeah,
truth,
yeah.
but like to a lesser degree with MJ and Spider-Man, I think.
I just want
will
her
be
to
the
be an
case.
active character in her own story. I'm sick of MJ being a passive, just kind of blank
If
slate.
she is again, I
because
just
Zendaya has basically acted her way through not having a script for 2 movies,
yeah,
and then in No Way Home, she's fine as on the page,
yeah.
and because Zendaya is such a good actress, she basically carries
Oh, yeah.
so hard.
Performances continue to carry those movies.
Like Zendaya is genuinely like really fucking good in No Way
One
Home,
of the best
and
actors at the
Right.
moment. Period.
Also,
so.
bonus segment on the podcast. Bum, 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 bum. So recently, Leon,
Okay.
there's been a massive surge of Zendaya burnout on YouTube and TikTok. I saw a video essay on.
No way.
No. I saw
No
a video
way.
essay about are they casting the same actors too much? And I'm like, oh, so they're going to talk about Pedro Pascal being in 3 number ones at the same time.
Yeah.
Like last year when he was in Materialists, Fantastic Four, and then that Ari Aster movie. I can't remember what it's called.
I didn't watch it.
But he was in
so
3.
I know what you're talking
They were
about.
all at the same time. They all went number 1, I'm pretty sure, and they're all at the same time, right?
Yeah.
So, and I'm like, oh, you're going to talk about
Let alone
you're gonna talk
like,
about that.
all the Mando
No.
stuff.
Zendaya. And I'm like, what? And then I saw a bunch of right-wingers all being like, oh, Zendaya, burnout, she's fucking woke. And I'm like,
It's like the Star
What?
Wars fandom.
what? Like, pause. Why is she copying here?
Yeah, what's
So-
going on?
So she's in the drama. Okay, 1. She's in Dune. 2. Spider-Man. Okay. The Odyssey.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's the protagonist of 1. She's not even the deuteragonist of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
She is not even the deuteragonist of Dune. And what was the last one? The Odyssey.
Odyssey.
She is not. She's going to be playing an important character.
Yeah.
But that
A lot
is
of the
Matt
characters are
Damon.
important,
That is
but,
Matt
like-
Damon's main movie,
Yeah.
and other characters in that movie. She is not.
And like, even if she is in a lot of things, why are we complaining? She's a great actor. Like,
She was in 0 movies last year. She was in 4 movies in the previous year. So she was in Challenges. It was, what was that year? Was Dune Part 2 was not that year, was it?
I'd need to see a list. My memory is too
I think
bad.
Dune Part 2 may have been that year. This would be so in 2024. Yeah, Dune was that year.
Yeah.
So she was in Challenges, Dune, and then I think 2 other things that year, right?
Mm.
And so, but then she was in like 2 things the year before. So it's not that much, right? But I'm like sitting here going, am I fucking crazy? Because
Also, all of these things that she's in are going to be releasing like other
spread
than
out.
Dune.
No, but
Like,
Dune's
if
in
she's
Dece-
in Avengers,
No, she's not.
but, like-
She's not in Avengers. Like, come on, really?
if she's in Avengers, that's the only thing I'm like, I've seen her on the same day. Maybe. But, like,
Maybe is that
again,
that a problem?
yeah, because even if she is in Avengers, she'll be in it for like 5 seconds.
And it's MJ, right? Like,
It's
like
MJ, and she's
And
so
you-
good at her job that like I don't see Zendaya when
Ready?
I'm watching what she's in.
and ready? Robert Pattinson is in the drama.
Well, that's what I was gonna get to that.
Robert Pattinson is in the Odyssey. Robert
Dune.
Pattinson is in Dune.
Watch him make a surprise cameo in
And
Spider-Man.
ready? Tom Holland is in the Odyssey.
Yeah,
Tom Holland
yes.
is in Spider-Man, and like so you're sitting here and you're like, and granted the video essayer.
A-list
She-
actors are
she-
gonna be in
So-
movies. Like I don't know what we're doing.
I do want to make clarity. The video essay that I watch, I'm subscribed to her. She wasn't being racist at all, or being like, oh, too woke. She was
Yeah.
simply just. It's a talking point right now. She was talking about a blank slate of like Jacob Elordi and a bunch of people. I was just surprised she never brought up Pedro Pascal
Pedro
because
Pascal, yeah.
that is like
Which I
everyone
never
was
really had
talking-
an issue with it either. I mean, I was like, good on him.
Yeah.
Doing bro's rent's due, clearly.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, get your bag,
get your
King,
bag,
right?
yeah, do your work. If you're casted, you're casted. That's not, you don't
Yeah.
choose to be casted, you just go for the role.
Yeah.
And if you get it, you get it. You know?
But yeah, I just found it really odd that so many people were just out of nowhere. Not one of them. And granted, and this video, as I talked about it, maybe the issue is that because press is so obnoxious now, where they're constantly having to do weeks and weeks of press, it means that we're having to see Zendaya on like cold ones and doing all these or hot ones and all these different things. So
I'd love to see Zendaya on cold ones.
She'd be so good on cold ones, right?
That'd be so funny. But yeah, I know what you mean. But I just think it's a moot point and kind of silly and redundant, because if it was like a straight white male that people liked, you wouldn't hear anything from that side at all. They wouldn't care. They'd be praising it. So
yeah,
they're like, oh look,
Chris Pratt is in
He's
5 things.
Back. Like, bro, what? I know.
Yeah. Like fuck, like, you know, if Sebastian Stan's in 4 things in a year, give me more Sebastian Stan. I love that man, right?
Yeah, there's plenty of people in the space that I'm like, yeah, give me more. Their performances are fantastic.
And also, if they're fucking good,
yeah,
right?
Why?
It's same with voice actors, right? It's like, oh, Yuri's in this, yeah, and Yuri's like the GOAT.
Yeah,
what about it, right?
Yeah, well,
like,
and
does he do a good job? Well, yeah. I'm like, cool, then shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the whole Hikari thing, it's like,
Yeah,
I don't know if he was right. He's doing a good job.
Like, did he do it? If you
He's
think
doing
he's
his job.
cast, cool, have that conversation.
Yeah.
But Yuri again? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the GOAT, bro.
There's a
Put
reason
some
why.
respect on his
There's
name.
a reason why he's like a top 3 Spider-Man. There's a reason why he's awesome as Sasuke. There's a reason why he's good as Suzaku.
Yeah.
Like, we're like, come on,
He's
like,
Ben 10, bro. Come on.
jeez.
What are we doing? What are we actually doing?
Oh, but he just sounds like himself. I've got bad news for you.
There's a lot of
His
voice
vocal
actors.
cords, they belong to him, and they're gonna sound like him, right? And
Shock.
like, yeah. I just had that in there, like, oh fuck, I gotta talk to Leon about this. I'm like, yeah. But that's mostly everything that I had. We did pretty fucking well.
I think we're just under where I thought we were going to be.
I thought we were hitting 240.
I thought 235. That was my prediction in my head.
Yeah.
For anyone listening, we're at 222.
But we didn't do a game.
Raw.
We didn't do a game, which is insane. Joke's on you. I've got it. No. That's pretty much it. Make sure to follow us on Letterboxd. Join our Discord.
Please do.
This has been a pretty wild episode.
It's been a lot of stuff, and the year's probably going to be a lot like this. So
yeah, especially we thought JoJo was going to be weekly. It's not, so we actually get to breathe a little bit.
Yeah,
Daredevil comes out tomorrow, so next week will be shit. So we're going to 2 episodes, bro.
Goodness.
So next week we're going to be covering Daredevil, so please watch that. Invincible, watch that.
Invincible, yeah.
JJK and Frieren have episodes this week, so you guys have to obviously.
That next week will probably be the last of it. JJK Frieren.
We need to do like an hour on JJK.
Our JJK Frieren segment will be gone. I'll miss it.
Dude, what do we do? Like that's
been the staple of every episode.
That's gonna be like an hour when we look back. We go, hey, remember when we used to start the first 10 weeks with JJK Frieren, and this is why when we're starting, right? I'm like, Leon, I know your life's in a bit rough. You promised me January. I want to start in January, so when we have our anniversaries, they're always in Jan.
Yeah.
We can remember it, like this is year 1 and everything.
Yeah. That would be sad to look back on.
Yeah.
It really will.
I think we can obviously substitute with stuff. There's always going to be things to talk about, and eventually, because we got a Patreon for the normal channel, but we're going to be start one for this channel eventually. Yeah. Because it'd be like a $1, $2 thing, right? That people can easily do. People who
get extra Yap sessions if they want.
We'll eventually be doing that once we can actually get a full system, because we've got
some questions our way.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, because I want to be more where we have a Patreon section in the Discord where they can submit questions, submit segments.
That'd be great.
And
Will does a great job with that on his JJK content on TikTok.
I was saying Will,
Mangamus.
Yeah. So he does that, but then Escape Pod does it really fucking well.
Yeah.
Where I would love to have a segment which is basically we have a generator where I can hit it and we get a question and be like, all right, Leon, between this and this, what would and we can have entire segments where because I think as much as I love doing the news segments, and we'll always probably have some form of that.
Definitely, yeah.
I love the free form of when we've had bits where it's like, oh, what would you rather, Batman Brave and the Bold be good, or the Batman only one can be good?
Yeah.
And then we have to argue that, right? I think that the future of the podcast will be heading in that direction once we...
Definitely.
And we're also going to be evolving the set. We've got some ideas.
Things will be changing as we go,
Yeah. And we've got 4 shorts, 5 shorts. So actually... Make sure you're following our TikTok and our Instagram
and our highlights channel.
And our highlights channel, it's in the description. If you click that, we will be making a drop down where it has everything eventually, right? So that will basically be the one-stop shop where we'll have the 4 links, the Patreon, everything, a Discord link. It'll be so much easier to send that to people and just go follow everything here. Yeah. We've got 4 shorts that should have been dropped in yesterday. I don't know why they didn't drop. I was told, hey, they'll be dropping Monday. I'm like, yeah, cool.
They'll drop. They'll be there.
They'll be there. they're good, and there'll be more. We've got like 4 people, hopefully, who will be on top of that.
Mhm.
And there should be a lot of exciting stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching. Holy shit. These podcasts were meant to be 90 minutes.
Hey, man. Things happen. Things happen.
I love how like, easier this become to record. But yeah, love you guys. See ya.